So, this is what? The sixth one? I lost count.
Episode 6.
666.
And it is the 27th of November.
6:30 at night on a Monday.
Monday after Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Leonard?
I was at my mother's house. Had a nice meal.
Did you cook anything?
No.
Thank God.
How about those
Nobody
Panthers, Brad?
Nobody would have fucking ate anything.
How about those Pitt Panthers?
Yeah, fuck you. Miami shit the bed. What do you want me to tell you? Who farted? Did you just fart?
Jason here? Hold on a second.
We got Synthol Marc in the house.
I need to excuse myself to let Jason in the front door. Hold on.
Yeah. Why don't you just lock the door and tell him nobody's home.
Well, at episode 6, we are at the bottom of the barrel. That's why I'm here. They're scraping the bottom.
No, man. People have been requesting.
Next week,
He can't wait 2 fucking minutes for you to get to the door. He's already calling his phone.
well, next week, I hear the lady that used to clean the shitters is going to be our guest here.
Which one is that?
The one that used to follow JT into the toilet.
Yeah.
You should get her in.
What do they call her? Rosalita? Because she was like the maid from the Goonies. Rosalita.
She used to follow him in the toilet.
Now
We were good until you
the
came.
podcast has gotten a major upgrade. In comes the Sith Lord himself.
The Sith Lord.
Looking freakier than ever.
Of course.
I'd be proud to shake your hand.
Feed his fucking delusion like always.
You know what we should do? You know what we should do?
Yes, Sith Lord.
Kill you.
I think me and you should compete in the Diana Cadu next year.
Sounds like a good plan.
More like the Diana can't do.
If we should get one ass cheek apiece to have our way with.
What?
Hey, Mark.
Yo.
Lenny was telling me something before you got here.
What's that?
Is it true that you're a Giants fan and a Dallas Cowboys fan?
I am.
Not
I have
possible.
pictures
How?
to prove
Possible.
it.
How?
If I can produce the picture for you,
That's like being a Yankees fan and a Red Sox
I get to
fan.
punch everybody in this room in the throat. Now, yeah, my dad was a huge Roger Staubach fan, and I grew up. I saw Tony Dorsett play, his later years, and also a big LT fan. I just is from youth.
So when they played each other, who
I
did
just
you
don't
root
care
for?
who wins. I just don't want injuries. But now both teams suck balls, so I'm screwed.
Seems to me Dak Prescott is showing how one-dimensional that team was.
Yeah, I mean,
They had the
they're
best
built-
offensive line.
They're built around the run.
Receivers, tight end, running back.
But they don't have any speed on the outside. Bryant's slow as shit.
Right.
Yeah, he really is.
He's like Anquan Bolden.
I think
Just a
we should
big
change up
vision.
the shows next year and not continue with the stupid Ruby. I think we should do the
Way to-
Diana
way-
Cadu,
way to
something
interrupt.
different.
I'd be
This
open
is
to
why
that.
he should not be here. This is why you shouldn't be.
I'd be open to that.
You only think about one fucking thing: yourself and these stupid fucking bodybuilding shows that you're never gonna win.
You gotta
and just
you're-
go up
you're-
and just
you're
go up.
You're ungrateful.
I'm
Hey,
ungrateful.
Hey,
Fuck
listen,
you.
You should be grateful.
Fuck you.
I was the original person
Who
on
gives a
YouTube
fuck?
from
Who
years
gives
ago.
a fuck? Who
It's
gives
a
a
dumb
fuck?
fact. He was there
Who
when
gives
you
a
told
fuck?
me.
It is a fact.
Who gives
It
a
is a
fuck?
fact.
It's a fact, but who gives a fuck?
I'm a living.
Why should we give a shit?
Hey, it's a fact, bro.
Okay.
Don't.
So maybe you calling me ungrateful because you just want to interrupt the conversation we're fucking having about stupid Diana Cadu. You should never be in a bodybuilding show ever again.
No, you're wrong.
You should have never to begin
You're
with.
wrong. You're
Why?
wrong. You're
Why are
wrong.
you going to waste your time?
I'm not wasting my
To
time.
embarrass yourself more.
You're wrong.
To be the clown of the bodybuilding world.
No. Listen, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, go ahead, tell me something.
You can look up the years on YouTube, and I go way back.
That has nothing.
It's a fact. Let me speak, bro.
Okay.
It's a fact. I've been on YouTube since it started, way back in the day. Before, let me explain the history. Synthol Marc knew me way back in the day. I met Andrew back in 05, way back in the day, 05. And me and Lenny first met. It was the only people who were on YouTube back then was me and Lenny and Andrew. I went way back, way in the history of YouTube. And it's a fact. It's in bold stone on YouTube.
You're the pioneer, that's for sure. Give credit where credit is due.
Okay, so what? What's your point?
It's just a fact.
Okay, great. That's a fact. That's good. We're happy for you. Oh, what the fuck? What does that have to do with you competing in bodybuilding shows and embarrassing yourself constantly?
No.
Look at those arms and shoulders. Embarrassing.
There you go.
Look at those guns.
There you go.
He's hitting off some poses.
There you go.
Show the maniacs that freakiness.
Okay.
You got him and Synthol Marc.
We're not filming you, fucking dope. Sit down.
And that's no Synthol, right, Jason?
Always filming.
I'm just saying a known fact, and Andrew will defend me 100%.
Okay, we all know this. So what is your point?
Well, a lot of people don't know, and they need to be woken up that I've been around on social media.
Let me give this rant a little bit of backstory.
Yeah, please.
All right. Jason called me up a couple of nights ago, and you were so wound up, like you were either on the wrong med or off the wrong med, and he was saying, I want to be on the podcast on Monday night. I have some shit I need to say. I need to address my haters and tell them I'm one of the original people on YouTube. And
It's a fact.
And then at the gym again this morning, he said he wanted to be here and talk about the same thing and address haters and all that. And, well, here's your microphone, Chief.
I'm gonna back myself up. It's just a known fact. Listen, all these and I'm on Brad's side on this. All these YouTubers these days are cookie cutters. Okay, they are cookie cutters. They are all 2000.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree
they're all
with you.
cookie cutters.
Jason,
they're,
talk right
they're
into
all
the
they're
mic.
all cookie cutters. They're not the originals, and there's not too many fitness people who have been on YouTube since that era of 2008 or 9 who are still doing YouTube videos, because YouTube was around in 05, 06. I came around 08, 09. Those are the early years of YouTube. You gotta remember, YouTube back then in 08, 09 was not owned by
starting,
Google.
yeah.
It was just starting. It was not owned by Google. It was owned just by YouTube. It was a small company. When I used to start, I'm going to tell you this is history. I've known YouTube a long time. YouTube did not used to have a like-you ratio. It used to have a star ratio.
Yeah, I remember
They used
that.
to do the stars back then.
I remember that.
And when I got on YouTube, I used to remember it used to be stars. YouTube used to be a higher paying job back then. I mean, you could make a $2 every 1,000 views. Now it's like 50 cents. It's shit. It's gone to shit. But back then, I mean, you could make a lot of money on YouTube. If you were back around 05, 2010, you were making good money back then.
So what happened?
They got stricter with their policy because people were abusing it. And all these freaking cookie cutters now saturating YouTube, like Bradley, Martin, Matt Ogus.
Never heard of him.
All these
Yeah, exactly.
cookie cutter YouTubers. Oh, well,
I wouldn't watch their shit if you paid me.
It's so boring, and you know what I don't like?
But hey, wait a minute. You talk about oversaturating. You don't think you oversaturate with
Not as much
bullshit?
as them. No,
Jason.
not as much as them.
Jason.
I haven't threw a video in 3 days up. I've been calm about it.
Wow.
Let me tell
Well,
you
you were doing like 3 videos a day that were like 2 minutes fucking long.
Well,
that were
I'm
straight
doing
garbage.
I'm doing better
and you
quality.
wonder why you get hate.
Well, now I'm changing up. The reason why YouTube, all these cookie cutters, and you know what I don't like about them, I'm going to explain this. Girls, these used to be back in the day, and I explained this to my grandmother and my whole family. Girls used to be back in the 50s and 70s, ladies. Now they're whores.
Right.
There used to be good women back then.
What's wrong with that?
There used to be good women back then. They're no longer in existence. It's a dead breed. It's gone, long gone. And all these girls, and you know what? I look at the social media, makes me say, all I see is these girls showing their ass.
Well, there you go. Why? If you're looking for
Modern
girls in the
feminism.
wrong fucking place, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're one and done. After you get over it, give it a try.
Social-
Goodbye.
So
On to the next.
all these girls are just like attention. They just want to make money to showing their ass, showing their tits, showing their body. It ain't like Pleasantville years back in the 50s.
TNA
Yeah,
sells.
when a woman knew her place, sit at home, you cook, you clean,
Yeah,
Doesn't get any better than
Modern
that.
feminism has destroyed
feed me,
everything.
fuck me, and shut the fuck up.
that's basically what I like.
That's why if you want a good woman, you got to go to Asia or
Yeah,
somewhere
you,
in
you don't have to
Ukraine,
import one if you want that,
Republic,
but
Russia.
And I just want to explain to you that social media fucked up all the women and all the social media. It's not like it used to be before social media. Girls were not as bad as they are now.
Well,
The social
maybe
media
it's a
really-
case of what came first, the chicken or the egg. Did social media create attention whores and insta whores, or did they always exist?
And they
But-
got worse. So
But
now they
now they have an actual outlet. I mean, there have always been people who are attention whores. Look at people who used to, I don't know.
look at Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, exactly. You
yeah,
could-
there's one right there for you back in there.
So attention whores have always existed, but social media now gives them the perfect outlet
To niche
be
it.
attention whores, and in many cases get paid very nicely to be attention whores. So you're asking why a lot of these women do it. You know, you
The
can.
same reason why you try to do it, to get paid.
Yeah, but listen, let me tell you something.
Except no one wants to see your ass.
Let me
So you just don't get involved with those chicks.
I keep my guard. I stay away. My mom says if you find a good girl, you better keep her because they're hard to keep.
They're hard to find.
Hard to find and hard to keep. Once you have them, you.
Yeah, especially a numbnuts like you that is fucking constantly texting and calling them 100 times a fucking day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about.
Every time you meet a nice girl, you scare her off because you call her 20 times a day, and then you text her, "When are you coming to Florida? When are you coming to Florida? Do you love me?"
Try to FaceTime them 100
Yeah.
times a day. You're like
It's on.
It's on. You make yourself seem deranged.
But you know what? You know what's sad though? That all these people, and I'm just unknown fact. All these YouTubers say, I'm the original YouTuber. Get the fuck out of here, you're the original YouTuber. I mean, I look at all these YouTubers these days, and I say to myself, oh, you're the original, you're only from 2014, you idiot. I'm from 2008, and YouTube was 2 fucking years old when it first started.
Okay.
I mean, that deserves respect, because not a lot of people on YouTube, they quit, they give up. They've not been on that active that
Well, maybe
long.
you should have too.
No, I didn't quit because...
Well, with the shit you put out lately, Jason.
No, I mean,
it's
I'm doing workout videos. I'm starting with my workout videos again, slowly but surely. But I'm known, my YouTube channel is more known to cooking and workout videos. That's what I base
Cooking?
on. I do cooking now. Cooking videos. Some funny videos.
Gotta talk into the microphone.
There are some funny videos. I cook salmon, I burn, it's hilarious.
I'm not much into YouTube. I watch like some car videos and shit like that, but I don't know half of these fucking people you're talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't watch
because
any of them either.
because they're cookie cutters. They're just fucking cookie cutters. And you know what? I look at all these YouTubers and I say to myself, God, this whole market's saturated with all these fucking cookie cutters now.
So who gives a fuck though?
Well,
What's the difference? If you do your own thing, what do you care what anybody else does?
if you look at all the YouTubers and you go through them all, I don't know a lot of
If you don't
YouTubers
like them, you don't fucking watch
I don't
them.
watch them because they're
Okay,
cooking.
so who gives a shit?
But you know who I do not like the most? That Bradley Martin guy.
Why?
Is that the one with the fake plates?
He's
Yeah.
no, he's the one that always wears a hat because he's bald.
Yeah.
They call him Baldy Martin.
Yeah. Both.
He's another no personality jerk off.
Yeah,
he's one of
boy.
those guys that I'm sure you meet in person is just like a fucking.
He's like a robot.
Nobody knows how to act.
What does he do?
It's
Just
all
work
it's a
out?
perform. Whenever
He
people
sells
are on
his
camera, it's
garbage
like
products.
their performance.
He sells his
It's
garbage.
just for the money. Everyone's just trying to make
Exactly.
money off of it.
Right. Hey, you can't begrudge anybody for trying to make a few dollars. You
I
just
know.
get jealous because they make more than you and are more successful,
no.
and you've been doing it longer.
No,
But
you know,
you missed your fucking window because
No, I'm gonna be competing until I'm dead, like Lenny. Until we're dead, we
Yeah,
live.
but if you would come in, like that chick you were working with,
Yeah. But
she
here's the
had
thing.
you going in
he
the
had
right
the,
direction.
he's had all the best fucking help
just-
anybody could ask
You need
for.
to just stick with it, and
He
you
can't.
Well, you know what? Now I'm gonna compete until I'm dead. There's no stopping until the train's dead. Until you can't move a fucking bone in your
That
body.
could be 100 years from now or
Right,
more.
so you'll have last place locked up till you're dead. Congratulations.
It's great.
Congratulations.
We're both last place, but we're legends in our
That's
own.
a cookie cutter judging panel, cookie cutter judging criteria.
So why bother?
Because you get butt on stage and show what you got. In some
Yeah,
way.
do your
You
best.
don't need to get on stage nowadays, though. You can just do it online.
Yeah, Lenny always comes in shredded, always,
Yeah.
even out of a fucking hospital bed.
Yeah, he gets in the best shape
That's
that
pretty
he
impressive.
possibly can get into.
Huh?
Jason, on the other hand, shits the bed every time he's in his
Jason,
training.
You just
oh,
lose your
geez,
way, that's it.
Consistency with dieting.
Yeah, I know that.
Consistency.
That
But
that gas station pizza and that fucking Burger King.
I don't do
no,
it.
man. He's
I
just
won't
got
do
that.
it.
He can't stay
I don't
away.
get pizza, none of that stuff.
Sure you
Here's
do
the-
when you're bulking.
When
Right.
you're bulking, yeah, when
Right.
you're bulking. Here's the deal, man, and here's the deal. I just go back and look at all the old videos I made from the past, and back then, and this is a fact, and this is an interesting key. All the YouTubers today use 1080p, 4 megapixel, but back then when we were filming, we used 480p. A lot of people don't know that.
Who cares?
480p.
Was that just regular like VHS definition or
VHS.
VGA, right?
VGA.
definition or whatever?
So what's it? Oh, okay.
It's different now. You go look at it, it looks ancient. It doesn't look like
Yeah, it looks older because it's not as
All right,
well defined, sharp.
What are you getting at?
I'm just getting at the fact is, and people, you know, and I'm going to put it straight out there.
Say it, man.
Yeah, say what you want.
I am one of the oldest, and this is a known fact. I've looked up it on YouTube. One of the oldest YouTubers who's active still, and I deserve a little respect because I've been around on YouTube since the
So
beginning.
who's not giving you
He's the
respect?
Ronnie Dangerfield of YouTube.
Yeah.
The Raji Dangerfield of YouTube.
There you go.
But I deserve.
But when you put out shit content, you're not going to get respect, Jason.
Well, I haven't put out shit content lately. Lately I've been gaining it back, and I've been getting a little more credit because I'm throwing workout videos. I'm not doing face videos.
Jason, the Ruby Championship from 2 months ago. Would you agree that you were probably the fattest, out of shape person on stage? Yes or no?
Not fat, obese, but I wasn't the best shape.
Were you the worst looking competitor that night? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I should hope not. It's a bodybuilding show. Come in and obese.
Next year's a better year because
That doesn't happen at all.
next year.
What makes you think people should automatically respect you when you
I'll
do
give
that?
3 Everybody wonders why. Because I've been on YouTube since the beginning. It started the whole era.
I agree with that.
I'm a legend on YouTube. I am.
So okay,
I've been around the beginning.
because
There's no YouTube
One
that
at a
old.
time. One at a time.
because of that, you feel like you shouldn't get any negative comments.
Not all, because I pay my dues.
What the
I've been,
fuck?
I used to-
Everybody's entitled to their opinion,
They're
Jason.
entitled to their opinion, but they didn't see how I trained back then. I trained like a beast. This guy was there when I used to train like a beast, like a fucking
Yeah, you used to
madman.
do squats to bar,
Yeah.
to dump it off your back.
Yeah, dump it
all the
off. I
way,
was a monster,
ass
man,
to the
back
floor,
then.
ass to the
I was a
floor.
monster, man.
He had
the
skid
grass.
marks on his ass from the floor.
Yeah, I was a monster. This guy,
315.
we met. This is how me and Lenny met, and this is way back in the day.
Talk right
I was
to the
doing
top.
leg press with over 1,000 pounds, and he says, "God, this guy's strong. Can I come over and see him?" Then Andrew Caloran, that's how I made friends with him. I was a beast back
You
then.
did almost 30 reps that you refused to quit.
Yeah, I was a beast
You
back
were
then.
repping that thing out, screaming, fighting for every rep.
Yeah,
and that's what impressed us.
Delusion is real tonight.
No, it's a fact. This guy was there. He saw it.
Me and Andrew
Both
Calora.
delusional fucks.
Here's the deal. I remember that one night I was with you. You got on top of there with Andrew Caloran. I was squatting 2,000 pounds.
Did he work?
Leg pressing 2,000 pounds.
on, Jason.
Leg pressing 2,000
Lenny,
pounds.
did Jason ever work out with Andrew Calora? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I did once.
Yeah, we
did?
was watching it. Yeah, when he was doing the leg
Which
press.
gym? The old world gym or the
The
new
old
one?
world gym, yeah.
Okay.
I was leg pressing 2,000.
No, the new, well, actually the one that just closed.
Gold's gym when it was gold.
Right.
Yeah, I was leg pressing 2,000 pounds, and this man was sitting on top of it.
Yeah.
And
I was about 450.
Well, that was
where I
then,
saw you.
and this is now.
well, I'm still a legend, and you know what? I don't give a care what anybody says. If they go watch the
You
other
obviously
video,
do give a care.
well, I'm just explaining. People need to be educated.
Why are you so upset if you don't give a shit?
I do give a shit because I'm trying
There
to.
you go.
explain-
Don't say you don't care, because you
I'm
do.
trying to explain. These people who watch the YouTube videos today are the newbies. They're millennial babies, and they're in their 20s, and they don't
Right.
go fucking back all the way to the archives on YouTube and watch the videos from 15.
They don't have
10
the
years ago.
patience. They're into instant gratification.
They don't know how far I go back, and they think, oh, he's just new on YouTube. But the year I started on YouTube was 08,
And
09.
they're a bunch of oversensitive fucks too. That's why a lot of the shit gets
That's why you get-
demonetized and flagged, because all the millennial cocksuckers. Oh, you can't say this. You can't say. I'm offended.
I got something
Ugh.
for all of these YouTubers. It's called antitrust laws. And if they ever go after Google, say goodbye to your fucking money. All these cocksuckers will quit YouTube.
Yep.
Because there won't be any money in it.
Right. Well, that's why a lot of people are getting off YouTube, like
They need to
those
find-
Hodge twin jerk offs.
You need to find a
They
new
start- they want-
outlet where you can do this shit.
They did get some good dental work where they were seating gum lines. I've seen the spare checker
I've seen
twins.
one little video of them two. Within 30 seconds,
You know
I had
what's
to turn it
interesting
off.
right now? Twitch. I was in
Yeah, I've heard of Twitch. Yeah,
It's
dudes
new.
playing games and shit
You're
on it.
making a lot of money playing video games.
How?
They donate money.
Just so you can play a game?
Yeah.
They wanted us to
Fuck.
stream the podcast on it and have donations and shit.
So it's a
Might do
streaming service? Is
that.
that
Yeah,
what
I
it is?
guess, yeah.
No shit.
Look at the smile on his face.
And I don't need the money, just light
So
up.
excited. Well, because there's
Fuck.
no, there's really no money in YouTube anymore unless you.
I think you got to be really big. Those
Yeah.
dudes at like maybe like 500,000
Yeah.
subscribers and
Yeah.
shit.
Like Nate.
He's got that many?
No, he's got
two-
300,000.
So he's making decent money off of
Yeah,
that
he does
then.
well for himself.
Just for eating.
He found a niche, man.
So it is.
Rolled
What
with
he
it.
needs to do is just hit the iron while it's hot.
Plus, he doesn't
Try to make
he
as much
doesn't-
as possible and
He
get the
doesn't
hell
rock
out.
the boat, man. He's not. He stays PCs. Very.
Yeah, everyone else
That's
gets
why I call him
banned.
nice guy Nate.
He's a cookie cutter, Nate.
Well, he's not. He appeals to kids, old people, everybody.
Those are the people that probably make the most money because
Right.
it's the kids
Yeah,
that are
exactly.
watching all this shit.
We just offend everybody. So
And after 5 seconds,
because
it's
we
like
we don't
click.
give a fuck because we all have jobs. We
Yeah.
we don't do it.
No, it's not
for the fucking
money. It's just to fuck around.
right.
Yeah.
It's just sad that I'm gonna explain this that all these millennial babies are all idiots these days.
A lot of them are. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It's fuck the millennials.
There's some good ones though.
There's a
You
few.
can't judge
I'm
everybody,
sure. Of
but
course.
There's a few.
the majority can't even tie their own shoes without
At least I can
Change
tie
your
my
fucking
shoes.
tire.
Well, there was a thing.
Well,
at
Lenny can't tie his shoes.
Home
so-
Depot was having a thing a while ago to show younger people how to saw wood and fucking hammer stuff into the wood.
Why they don't have shop? Well, they don't have
No, I
shop
don't
in,
know.
in
It's
schools anymore.
I mean, Jesus, my father taught me. I was like 5 years old.
yeah, yeah.
And it's pathetic. Very fucking pathetic.
It's
This is all they know. This.
Yeah, phones.
Looking down at their phone, the screen on their phone.
Well, you can learn how to do anything from YouTube.
Like, the internet is good for shit like that. I mean, you can learn a lot of fucking
Yeah,
stuff.
but you got to apply it. They're looking at all the training advice, the videos, the drug advice, but they'll go in the weight room and be a total joke.
No one knows what hard physical labor is or suffering.
Fuck no, man.
You know,
It ain't like it used to be.
I've been seeing lately a lot of younger bums, like people younger than us, standing on the fucking corner begging.
Panhandling?
Yeah. If you can stand outside for 8 hours begging for money, go get a fucking job, you cocksucker. You're not in a fucking wheelchair.
And meanwhile,
You're
they
an
got the-
able-bodied adult.
they got their
man.
Cadillac parked around the
Ever
fucking
come up
corner.
to my car and ask for motherfucking money? Get the fuck out of here.
Can I have $5? I'm homeless.
Fuck you.
What do you tell them, Jason?
Go fuck yourself.
You're asking me for money? The bank's right over there. They got all the fucking money. Go
rob a bank.
Here's a fucking job application. Go work at Walmart. These fucking immigrants can come in here and get jobs and work
And they
their
work
ass
hard,
off.
man.
Yeah.
We
And
just had our roof replaced.
these little drug addicts that get booted out of their fucking sober living home
There's
and
an-
are standing on the corner.
There's
They
an-
walk up to you in a fucking parking lot at Publix. Hey man, I ran out of gas and I need a couple
I've heard that one
dollars.
before.
Go fuck yourself.
What do I look like?
Fucking blow a weed.
What do I look like? Fucking asshole.
No,
Get away
I've
from
heard
me.
that before too. At the old, I've ran out of gas.
Fucking-
Me and my brother were up in Lakeland.
I saw
Some
an old.
fucking
You
crack
know what's
war.
weird?
Said the same
I saw
thing.
an old guy once do that. He says, "I broke down. Can I have some money for some gas?"
What'd you tell them, Jason?
Go fuck yourself.
Well, and also they're fucked nowadays too, because a lot of people don't even carry cash to give these motherfuckers.
exactly.
You know, you can always get away with doing that, and then you know.
When they come up to me, oh, can I use your extra dollars? I said, I was just going to ask you that question. Matter of fact, I need 20.
Yeah, remember-
can I have it?
yeah, he
So
did that
I really
to some
need
guy
it.
on the bus
I'm
a
not
couple
leaving
weeks
here
ago.
till I get it. Am I going to get it or what? That stops it real quick.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you for $1. Actually, that's a
One
good one.
cent.
Can I have a penny, maybe?
What would you tell him, Jason?
Go fuck yourself.
You're such a
He's
moron.
like an old
Stop
man.
encouraging this
What if there's an
fucking
old man in a wheelchair with half a leg asking for a penny? Or how about a drop of water from the bottle, Jason? What would you tell him?
Go get it yourself, you bitch.
You're so stupid. Stop encouraging him.
I'm just learning.
What are you learning, Leonard? To tell people to go fuck themselves.
We did. He just said, "Go get it yourself, you bitch," because he only had one leg, was in a wheelchair. He's being nice to him.
Yeah.
Get it yourself.
Woo! Nature boy.
Did you watch the documentary?
Yeah, it was
pretty
great.
cool, huh?
Yeah, right.
Did you watch it, or are you just saying you did?
I just saw it at Applebee's that night. I saw it at Applebee's. I was drinking a drink. I saw
You're actually able to sit through a whole hour and a half program.
because I was sitting and chewing my ice and drinking my drink.
Chewing your eyes?
Oh my god.
So I
Okay, so what? So you got your point. You
I got my point. I'm just explaining that it used to be better back then. That's the truth. And
well,
now-
it's not. That was then. This is now. You have to evolve.
Adapt
That's
with
it.
the times or be conquered.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's for myself. If I don't grow more
It's all
muscle from year to
history.
year, I should fade
It's
into
all
history
history.
as dust. Even if I'm 80 years old, I better be carrying more muscle than I have now.
Yeah, get bigger and forget the old. The
Every
old
year,
one.
yeah.
The past is the past. You can't change it.
Yeah, and don't go lamenting your past. I mean, that's the thing about Ric Flair. I mean, you live a life and then you expect everybody gets on there, oh, I wish I didn't do this. Well, you did.
You did what you
That's
did.
life. You know, don't
Well, that's
cry
why you
over
are where
spilled
you
milk.
are. You know.
I don't know. I think he's doing pretty good.
Well, that's
Famous
why he is
man.
where he is.
It's
Yeah,
not that
well,
bad
hey.
a shape.
He had some
He
massive surgery.
he sacrificed a lot to do, to do what he did and become what he is.
And again, what was the problem? The drinking and the wreck drugs.
Too
the
much
heavy-duty
drinking,
wreck
right?
drugs. This can cause a real problem.
And then if they get hooked on those pain pills with all the
Yeah, and he even said he would
drinking.
have probably looked a hell of a lot
Yeah.
better if he didn't drink and do all that stuff. 'Cause he still trained every day.
Well, Hogan ain't in that bad a shape for his age and what he's
And
been
he was
through.
drank about 30 of those Bud Lights when we met him at the Mel Chauncey show.
That was a good video. I wish you guys
He's
would
actually
be able
having a
to
meet and
record
greet
him more.
on Clearwater on December 16th. But
I think Jason would go up there and meet and greet, blow him away.
you got to pay. But you got to pay like $100.
I think you'd charge 1,000. Jason
we
would
didn't have to
blow
pay
away.
shit.
You can raise it on Twitch, Jason. No problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, pay me a grand Twitch.
How about organize a Jason Genova meet and greet, Delray Beach?
Meet
During
and-
the season when all the
Why
tourists
do
are
you
down there.
encourage this?
Jay wants to do that down in Fort Lauderdale this spring, right?
Oh yeah, Jay Masters
Did
was
he tell you
trying.
about that?
No.
He's trying to organize us to go stay at a hotel and have fans come and stay at the hotel for the weekend with us.
What month?
What did it say?
I think in the season
The
time.
spring,
Yeah,
like
early
around
season would be nice.
April or May.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, organize it.
So let's get to the reason why we're all here. Synthol Marc.
Yo,
We've all got questions. Including
Yeah, we've
me.
Fire
heard
away.
enough of Jason's bullshit.
I am an open
Give the
book.
microphone
I
back
have
to
nothing
Andrew.
to hide.
You're done.
If you have anything you want to say, just take the mic from my hand.
I think we heard enough. We get it.
We get it.
You want more respect that you're not going to get because your content sucks.
Well, my
And you sell out by begging for money from everybody, by doing your shout outs and shit. People lose a lot of respect for you for that. Because you're like you become an extortionist, and it's pathetic.
It's not pathetic.
Yeah, it gets to the
No, it's
pathetic.
like Ric Flair. He had his lovers and his haters.
Yeah, you gotta have your love.
Yeah,
your
of course. So why do you get? You know you're gonna
I'm
have
just
haters no
explaining-
matter
I'm
what
just-
you
I'm
do.
just
But I'm just telling you why you get the hate that you get. You have to understand
I'm
that.
just explaining that I am a legend on YouTube. Just YouTube.
That's correct. But okay.
And it's a fact.
All right, but that doesn't mean they have to
Deserve to be-
respect you.
But they deserve to go watch the old videos, don't they?
If they
No,
want.
no.
If they want. But you are who you are now.
Yeah.
And the shit you do now is fucking ridiculous sometimes.
It is.
And you know it.
But I haven't done anything cockeyed lately.
Well, they actually like when you do stupid shit like that, not when you try to extort people.
Yeah, when I do stupid shit. Listen, I just want to say something really quick, and then I'm gonna let you go and put Andrew on the mic. The thing is
He just doesn't get it. And anything you say goes in one ear and out the other. He just doesn't fucking get it.
I don't like these expos are all cookie cutter shit. I go to all these expos and I look at all this cookie cutter shit. It's just cookie cutter, or Mr. Olympia's cookie cutter. All of them are cookie cutter now.
Oh, okay then.
You done? That's it?
Yeah,
Cookie cutter.
very cookie cutter.
Jason, every time I see you, you have another chain around your neck. Is this like the Mr. T starter kit? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is that? What is this? A 45-pound plate or a rim?
That's pretty cool.
The rim.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's why his neck's turning green. All that fake shit people send him.
Is that the horn? What is the horn?
It's a rhino. It's a rhino horn.
Cool.
So I guess the question Lenny was getting to before Jason sidetracked him is, how many virgins are sitting at this table here tonight?
I have no idea. Like, well, you got 3 questions here.
We have to confirm.
Well, let me go.
Bullshit, because I'm not believing it.
No, yeah, it's
Who's the one who started all this?
No,
anyway?
first
was
of
it
all-
Big Richard?
I have no idea.
I think it was Big Richard who used to
Richard
go
or
around.
Jay?
Yeah.
First of all, I was accused of being an excessive masturbator, which I can say is, maybe when I was younger,
I think we
but
all
not
were.
now. The second one is that I use Synthol, jokingly, which I've never done. And the other one is that I've never had sex, which I have no idea why. I guess I look like a fucking loser at this point in my life.
Loser.
But no, I actually lost my virginity in high school and when I was a junior. Thank you. So there have been a few others along
Good.
the way.
Because I said if that was true, I'm going to buy you a hooker.
my main issue was when, I think Lenny knows, after I'm like Al Bundy. Most of the pleasures of my life took place, around high
younger.
school.
Yeah.
I got very sick, and obviously I never really talked about it. But when I was in college, my first year in college, I started having problems. I don't know how much detail you want me to get into, but I had something very common. But being young and fucking stupid, you guys out there can, the maniacs can learn from this.
Good.
I let this shit fester inside of me. It's called pilonidal disease, pilonidal cyst. And it's pretty common. You can go look it up. But I was young, fucking stupid. I didn't tell my parents. And I started getting a
That's the one on your lower back, right?
well, the crack of my ass, the top of the crack of my ass, was a growth was starting. I didn't know what it was. Then, not to be disgusting, I was in the bathroom having a nice shit. and I'm sitting on the bowl,
All shits are nice.
except, when you turn a faucet
Depends
on?
what you ate the night before.
No, when you turn a faucet on and there's still like a little leak going? I'm sitting on the bowl and there's something leaking out of me. And I look down, there's no pain, and the whole bowl is fucking blood red.
So that cyst popped.
No, what eventually happened, so I almost passed out. I mean, I cleaned myself. It was nothing but blood. I got blood through the toilet paper and on my
So you're
hand.
shitting blood.
Well, what happened, to make a very long story short, I went to the hospital, obviously, and had colonoscopy, barium enemas, And what pisses me off, these fuckers couldn't tell that above my rectum was like a fissure, like a hole. What happened, because this cyst was forming in me, it was over 6 months of not doing anything. Normally when you have pilonidal cyst, it's about the size of like a quarter, and they just extract it, usually at the top of the crack of your ass. Because I was a fucking idiot.
Well, it's not because you're an idiot. When you're young, you get embarrassed. 19. You don't want to go to the fucking doctor and get your asshole.
It festered inside of me, and it spread all throughout my crack of my ass, down to my rectum. So that was fucking 18 and a half. I went through surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery, and it's like I'm fucking 25 years old, and I still was barely not healthy. So like my whole youth from fucking 18 and a half to 25 was a fucking nightmare. You know, my friends are out partying, meeting chicks. I could not sit down for 2 years. I was fucking bedridden for a year and a half.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'll tell you another thing. The third surgery I had, they basically removed the whole crack in my ass down to the bone. They sawed off a portion of the tailbone because it was infected as well. And then what happened, that's nothing. I'll tell you, torture. There's no dominatrix out there or anybody that could humiliate me or hurt me like
Is that a Freudian slip, Mark?
No, I'm just saying. I looked at you, and they talk about it all the time. But when I would go 2 to 3 times a week for a year, about 14, 15 months. And what they would do, because it had to heal from the inside out.
Did you have a colostomy bag?
No, I could still go to the bathroom fine, because it stopped right where my asshole was.
Okay, all right.
Sorry to be disgusting people,
that's
but
fine.
this is the Misfits.
It's good information.
This is why I'm a misfit.
Exactly.
I'm a broken misfit. But what happened?
You're a repaired misfit.
Listen, no, I still have problems, believe it or not. But I'd go in 2 to 3 times a week, and one nurse would get one cheek, one would get another, and they'd spread me open. And then
Lenny's eyes just
no,
lit up.
you're not going to like this. Well, then the doctor would come in with about 12 of these foot-long, they look like stick matches. And what they were is silver nitrate at the end. And what happens when you have an open wound, it grows from the inside out. You get granulated tissue, and they have to burn away the granulated tissue. So I had 2 to 3 times a week for 14 to 15 months. You'll literally be crying because of the pain. Then, if that wasn't enough,
fuck, man.
If that wasn't enough, the doctor would leave, say, "Hey, have a good day, Mark. See you, on Wednesday." Each nurse, because it's an open wound, you can't have anything in it, and that means hair. So what they would do then is take the tweezers and pluck out every fucking hair in and around the wound, and that's from the top of my ass crack down to my asshole. Now I've been through hell with it. I never talk about it, but I figured, what the fuck? I'll let everybody know. But I mean, went into deep depression. Thought about eating a fucking gun a few times.
Yeah, you can't.
But
why are you laughing? That's not funny.
It's fine. It's fine. But it was a fucking nightmare. You go in at like 18 and a half, having a good time, and then you wake up fucking, I'm 25 years old, my friends are working, they got girlfriends, they're married, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do now?
Before you had that episode on the toilet with the blood, did you have any symptoms that you ignored?
Just a thing growing at the top of it was like a pimple, like the very top of the crack of your ass.
So there was a little bump there, but you just disregarded
no pain,
it.
although now that I think of it, because what happened as well, it affects my sciatic nerve. And my senior year in high school, I was a pretty good baseball player. And my senior year, I was like, oh man, I'd like to at least get some scouts looking and all that shit. I had a terrible year. I was getting shooting pains down my leg. So I'm wondering if it was starting to fester inside me then and not even know it. But you can look it up online. Most people don't have it as bad as that. Like I'd be in there.
Well, they don't have it as well because you let it go.
I was an idiot. Yeah. But I've seen so many doctors for it. They literally have specialists come in and they gotta go, whoa, I've never seen it that bad before, and you're laying on the thing. You're like, thanks, asshole.
That's like the fucking last thing.
A friend of mine who's a coworker just had one removed.
Yeah, you can get them under your arm.
Yeah.
But most of them, I met women that had them, and they said it was worse than giving birth to their children. I don't know about that, but I mean, even now, I have a hard time sitting, and then when you're leading, it's a fucking nightmare. It's just, this is what it was. Then,
hey Jason, you still want to complain about your little injuries at the gym?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why you don't see me.
Your little arthritis.
Exactly. Right.
That's why you won't see me squatting or deadlifting. I just can't do it. I've tried, and the next day I'm like out of commission for like weeks.
Yeah, that's not good.
But I mean, I don't know what type of image I give off in the gym, but I've always been very laid back, kind of keep to myself. Like I said, with all the bullshit I've been through, I was very depressed long time.
Commended you on your strength. Well, if you're talking strictly from a strength standpoint, people have always been impressed with your strength.
I've had that, and then, I think you guys know as well, I also, in 2010, my mother had cancer, my father had, heart disease, and basically from 2010 till my father died, I was taking care of him, so I wasn't working. What happened after I finally got healthy, I actually went to engineering school and up at Full Sail, for audio engineering, and I got incredibly lucky. My uncle grew up with the wife of one of the biggest engineers in New York City. And he moved down here and started a recording studio. And I was lucky enough to work down there for a while, and then they went out of business, and I kind of jumped around. There's a bunch of studios down there. There's one South Beach and West. So I was doing audio engineering. I was an assistant for a while, but then my father started declining, and then my brother lives in fucking Vermont, so I had to take care of him. So like the whole time that the Delray Misfits were filming from 2011 on, I mean, I was taking care of my dad, so I don't know the type of images I've given off as a person. Maybe misery. I was, all that shit. When he died, I got fucking, real depressed for a long time.
He died 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's just nightmares, all that bullshit. Because he was fucking murdered by the cocksuckers up at Gainesville Hospital. He went up there for a fucking blood infection, and they gave him Coumadin, which he was allergic to, and then he hemorrhaged in his fucking skull in 3 spots, and that was the end of it. And
they didn't know he was allergic to it.
No, they did know, but the problem is Gainesville has sovereign immunity, which for all you misfits out there, do not, if you have a loved one, do not go to a hospital that has sovereign immunity, because if you go in to have your gallbladder removed, they can chop your legs and arms off, and there's nothing you can do.
Does Delray Medical have that?
I don't think so. Jackson, a lot of teaching hospitals.
That's good to know.
But it was fucking, I've had large chunks of my life that were a fucking disaster. But I also, for the maniacs out there, like Lenny says, I didn't resort to drugs. I didn't kill myself, obviously. You just get through it and become stronger. But, there wasn't a lot of time for a lot of women in my life because of it. But, now I'm not a virgin.
Because most of them, need a lot of attention.
Well, I met some cool chicks when I was up in engineering school, had some fun and stuff like that. But now it's a handful. That's it.
Yeah.
I ain't no fucking lady killer. Look at me. 5'5". You don't get
5'5" with 20+ inch arms.
So when you
asked anymore.
So when you asked how many virgins were in the room, there's one.
The virgin, the 33-year-old virgin.
Are you kidding me?
Of course.
Are you honest?
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't matter. Nobody really cares.
If you were, I think that's fantastic.
Actually, if you were, it would be cool, because it's the most non-cookie cutter thing you can be nowadays.
Yeah. Listen, I want to tell you something really, really quick. This is what I'm thinking. In a couple weeks,
I think you're capable of thinking.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, I'm going to be getting another controller and a pair of earphones. I want Andrew to come and film me and Brad play video games, and let's see who gets his ass creamed.
What if I want to play?
You'll play
What do you play? What games?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, a couple other games.
Cool.
Grand Theft Auto for 5.
I played one of those when I was a kid. Vice City.
Well, you'll definitely kick my ass, because I can't.
I can't play those. Like Madden. You ever try to play Madden? No. A friend of mine's got Madden. It's like fucking 30 different buttons. It's like, forget it, man.
I'm good.
It's just too much.
I remember being a kid. It was one joystick and one button.
Yeah, the Atari.
The Commodore 64.
I had one of those.
Great. I loved it.
That was the
best games.
Epics. You remember Comma 8, Comma 1?
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing, Brad?
That's against the law. I'm going to have to...
Not in my house.
There's already 3 felonies been committed.
Actually,
tonight.
I'll make you laugh. I'll make you laugh. He's not lying. In recording, that's all year round is that. We were in one studio. It was a small studio, probably a little bit bigger than this room. And we had a DJ in there doing a mixtape, and everyone was smoking everything.
So they're
and
cookie cutters.
No, this one guy, I was the only one. I actually had a fucking mask on because I couldn't take the smoke. But he had a Marlboro, a joint, and whiskey. And he'd just go, he'd take a drag from the joint, then the cigarette, and then he'd take a fucking shot constantly, all fucking night long.
That's the perfect stack.
I'll tell you another story. I don't want to say names, but in one of the studios, I was lucky. It was just luck. It wasn't my skill level. But we had a pretty big time engineer and producer in there. And when you're an assistant, you help the engineer, with the board and patching and gear. But you're also the gopher when they want food and everything. You do everything. And we had this one fucking guy. Everyone in the music business is pretty much either an addict or they have a mental problem. No, I'm serious. It's unfucking real. But there was this guy, and he had me go out for food, Chinese food, and he grabs me aside and he says, "Look, I need you to go get me this, blah 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 blah. But I can't have you order it here. You got to go and order it at the place because I need it as hot as possible." And then as I'm getting ready to leave, he goes, "Oh, one more thing." He's like, "You have to do this for me, and if you don't, there's going to be problems."
Don't come back.
No, he's like, "I need 12 duck sauce, 12 soy sauce, and 12 mustard. I have to have them." So I look at him, I'm like, okay. So anyway, I went out in the car and I ordered it from the car. I'm like, I'm not going to wait. I'm like, fuck you. So I got there, I picked the shit up, I got all this stuff, I bring it to him. The night's over, I go back into the fucking main, recording studio, and there is this dish, and he's got a pile of the soy sauce, the mustard, and the other shit, never opened, never touched, and he did it every fucking time he ate Chinese food. The dude was, these people are nuts. Bipolar, everything. One minute the guy's the coolest, the next minute he's like ripping your head off. If I told you the guy's name, you know who he was, but I don't want anyone going after anybody. I'll tell you when the thing's over. I mean, I could tell you, I used to pick up hookers down in fucking in South Beach for this guy. He'd call me.
Pass any along to you?
Of course not. I was a grunt at this studio. It's just
Any trannies?
Everything. That's the thing with all the shit that is going on with the movie outing these directors and whatever. I'm shocked that nothing's come out in the music world yet.
Oh, it will.
Because there are stories that I heard from various big time people about who's banging and it's like, where is this shit? And, it is like debauchery like you wouldn't believe.
It's all
Cocaine,
gonna come out soon.
Everything. I'd be doing lines on the fucking boards.
At some point, people are just going to stop paying attention. How many more of these stories are we going to hear? We're like, oh, okay, it's like the boy who cried wolf now.
A lot
None
of
of the shit surprises you.
It's who cares?
Exactly.
The problem is you accuse someone. Don't you get a fucking trial anymore? Or is it just, I accuse you, so you can't do this, this, and this?
You're guilty
where's the
until
fucking
proven
trial?
innocent. Not innocent until proven guilty. It's such a fucking...
Maybe in a
ridiculous.
court of law, but in the public eye, it's a different story.
Right.
Once your name's put out there like that, then you're immediately put on a defensive.
I don't know. It's never ending.
No, exactly. All that shit's
Lenny, you okay?
keep coming out.
Yeah.
And because people like to snitch on people.
Did you see the thing? I read a lot of shit, so I'll just bring up random stuff. Did you see if 3 or 2.5 years ago, if you would have bought around $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, you'd be a fucking multi-millionaire right now. It's up to almost $10,000 fucking dollars. That shit is insane.
It dropped a few years ago too, I think.
That's the way to get it. But the problem is the bankers and the governments are not going to let it go. It's just, there's no way. They're going to clamp down. The Chinese government did it a while ago. And
You want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
You know the name of the guy who founded Amazon? I think his name is Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yeah, he's the richest man in the world.
Right.
He's a piece of shit. He's a CIA. He does business with the CIA.
But before I moved to Florida, I was at my dentist back in New York City. And, I'm sitting in the dental chair. Dentists will like to make small talk and chit-chat while you're sitting there with cotton and shit in your mouth.
You can't talk about
And
it.
he said to me, you want to hear a good laugh? Let me tell you a story. There was my last patient who was in here. He sold this and he sold this and he's moving out to California to start his own business. This was back in 1996 or 7, something like that. And he's calling it Amazon.com. You ever hear of anything so stupid? He's giving up everything to try and start some Amazon.com thing. What an idiot.
$100 billion.
And I didn't even know what he was talking about. And look at him now.
No, but Amazon, the CIA used Jeff Bezos for data collection services, and now there's talk that they're going to start a cloud service, and Bezos and his infrastructure. So the CIA works with him. So the guy owns the Washington Post. So everything you read out of the Washington Post is utter horseshit. Utter horseshit. All the papers. I could get going for hours on this, but I don't want to bore people. I don't want to bore anyone with it. But
we were waiting to see how long it would take politics to come up tonight.
all of your media outlets are owned and controlled by people
crooked.
that run everything. Even Fox. The fucking Saudi prince owns a portion of Fox News. Just so you know that.
Real sick. It's real sick.
Mark, you were going to tell us a story, but we told you to save it for the podcast. Something at Planet Fitness.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Last
We were
week,
talking about where we all work out now before we started the podcast. And
there was someone that walked in last week, and I was standing, where all the cables and shit are. I was doing
The one in
triceps.
Delray.
Yeah, the one in Delray. And I'm sitting there. I just got done with a set, and I look up, and this fucking creature walks in. It literally, I swear to God,
Lenny.
No, it was. You could tell it was a guy, but it was dressed as a woman. No. It had short shorts on, like a sports bra showing this gut, and it was wearing a fucking wig with a headband. I mean, you could clearly tell that it was a guy. I don't know what the fuck if he
See,
was
you see
stoned
shit
out of
like
his
that, you
mind.
think it might be a prank.
That's what I thought, but it just, man. If you would have seen it, you would have died on the floor laughing.
This one who goes to our LA Fitness in Boca, the dancing lady. I think Brad's filmed her before once or twice for a Snapchat. Jason, you know who we're talking
Yeah,
about.
She just randomly just starts dancing around.
Is she young or old?
No, she's
She's loony as hell.
She looks like she's been around the block a few times, but
Yeah, Jason, you might have a shot at fucking her.
it's almost like she does like square dancing type of stuff, like Western style dances.
I don't think she knows what the fuck she's doing.
But you
She
guys-
swings
you
She's
guys
in her
around
own
and-
world.
There's no jump ropers at Planet Fitness, though, because I know
Not
that
yet.
was pissing you off. No one jumping rope.
There will be.
There was one this morning, right?
That guy's always fucking there. He's
yeah.
an annoying little prick.
Jason, you should start jumping rope in the gym.
Rocky Balboa style.
It's just unnecessary
Has
in the middle
anyone-
of the weight room.
Anyone posed any questions to ask?
Oh, where's your cat? I don't get to meet the cat?
They'll come out.
Yeah,
It's a nice condo, Andrew.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
It's not really a condo, it's a house.
Condo? Oh, no, I'm sorry, a townhouse.
And there he goes to his phone.
I want to go to my phone because I want to get us on my. I'll show you how to
Go
do
ahead.
Twitch.
So do Twitch. Start asking for donations. Lenny will give some shout outs.
Yeah.
But you gotta break them off whatever you make.
Let's see. Does Lenny have any advice for young kids that are already addicted to porn? Asked by Jace Graves, 25.
You're in a deep dark path.
Hey fans.
It's going to
On
have
Twitch
many
right
ups and
now.
downs.
These are my Twitch fans. Hey, listen, I'm at the podcast tonight. You got any questions for the Delray Misfits?
Sorry,
so great
Jace
how you just
Graves.
fucking
Jason just
just
interrupted the
interrupt
answer
shit.
to your
The only thing
question.
I can say is remove your access to it, cut down on it. I've actually cut down on it the past couple of days by not looking at it at work, and mentally I feel a lot better about it.
I'm alive.
It can, not only that, you got to look at the time it takes up. As a young kid, you got to make use of your time. Trust me, I've wasted so much time. We've all wasted time. You have to make time work for you, not against you. And that's just going to lead to instant gratifications that are very short-lived.
Right now, I'm at the
That's why I
podcast.
call it heroin.
Got any questions? Wow.
It's good to jack off once a day. Who gives a fuck? Next
Ric Flair
question.
claims he did too. I saw in the
Yeah,
documentary.
he did say that.
He
I don't know,
fucked
he had
a
all that
different
time
chick
to-
every day. That's what he did.
I don't know how I had time to do that. Plus his 500 Hindu
What,
squats.
what was the one? Who's the basketball player that had?
Will.
How many did he say he had?
10,000, I
And
think?
what did Flair say?
Same thing, 10,000.
You said 10,000?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said like 50.
No, didn't he say 10,000?
I don't remember.
How many white women has Wilt slept with, as I want to know?
Probably at
Jesus.
least half.
More than that.
More, you think?
Much.
Dumb white broads.
Yeah. You don't want to be with a black man.
He's
Like Cali Muscle.
Like seven. How he was
Cali
72?
Muscle? What's he doing?
White women.
Lenny, what do you think of...
Well, you like black women, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, it evens out.
We have a good
Right. It's an
studies
even
have
trade.
shown-
All
You
is
love
well in the
black
world.
women, they
studies
love
have
white
shown
women.
That's the perfect biological match.
What?
White men and black women.
Really?
Yes.
Where was that study done?
It's a, pretty much it's a known fact.
What did he say?
Just the characteristics both attribute. They both are, because black women are very motherly. Usually black men don't like to hang around with one. White men are more inclined to that. As long as you cook, black women cook, And black women are, I wish I had blue eyes, they're attracted to the blue-eyed white male. They don't want to see any nappy-haired, donut-lipped, square-nosed freak. They're mesmerized by the blonde hair and the blue eyes.
The blue-eyed devils.
They just love blue eyes. They're mesmerized by it. And they always want what they think they can't have. That's why it's a perfect match.
Well, there you have it.
Lenny, do you know
That's
who...
Bill Clinton.
Do you know who Louis Simmons is from West Side Barber?
I've heard of her.
Ask Lenny what he thinks of her. Louis Simmons.
I think he likes to say his way is the only way to train for
He's a
strength.
power lifter, right?
If you can call it that, one a big fat beer drinking slob that tries to push a weight 1 inch on a bench press, hangs around with a bunch of sweaty men.
So he does Lenny reps.
I don't know what he does, but there's no athletic feat in there. He's just moving, shortening your range of motion on a squat. Doesn't even look like one.
Hello, guys. We're back.
Wearing a bunch of powerlifting
Nate's
crap.
on
I haven't
now.
watched any of his shit.
Hey, what's up, Nate?
You know who's impressive, Lenny?
Yeah.
That dude, I flip around, you see wrestling, that guy
No, the real
Strowman
bra.
for WWE. He's
I'll have to look it up.
fucking massive, man. He was a power lifter first.
Yeah.
I don't know his real name.
Nate?
It's something strong. I think it's Braun or Brom or something.
I heard him. I'll have to look him up.
Big dude, man. One of the last guys
Guys,
left
I
over
hope
there.
you came for the men's. Some men's. That's what
Are you filming us or are you filming yourself?
I'm
Ask,
filming you guys.
ask Mark if he can still bench 315 for reps. I know his shoulder got fucked in the old vids at the first gym.
What I'm doing now is 315 on a Smith for like 6-7 reps, so that's about 270.
And that Smith is heavier over there.
Is that usually it says on the side what it is?
It's heavier than
The bar's
normal.
fatter too, isn't it?
Yeah, those Smiths are good. There's good machines over here for Planet Fitness. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get back to doing that. It just depends.
They're asking questions.
Does anyone regret jumping on roids early in life?
Look,
I didn't.
Rather than reaching the natural limit first and jumping on them?
I don't think anybody that I know of, and I
You don't just
I can
do
speak for Andrew
steroids
Calora,
and then start working
he
on
jumped
it.
it on
Nobody
more than
fucking
anybody
does that.
did, and it didn't hurt him.
You work out and then
Jay Master jumped it on before any of us did. It didn't hurt him. So I
I
think
would actually like more of Jay's advice on that stuff. He really hit it out of the park the last one. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
I'm suffering from fucking just because I stopped like
yeah,
3 months ago.
he
Cruising.
And I'm
swore
just
up and
fucking
down
feel
to
like
me,
shit.
don't
you
go
have
off.
to cruise.
Have you taken his advice, Lenny? You stopped the other shit?
I'm doing my cruise for me is 400 mgs a week. I'm taking 1 cc a week now until the first
And that's it.
of anything, insulin, GH, anything.
Good.
I'm just worried about keeping up my muscle mass, not getting too fat.
Still, your arms and shit
Can
look
Andrew
good,
do
man.
my taxes since he's a Jew?
I gotta get back to work on the basics.
I
But
can't
it's
even
gonna
do
be
my
it's gonna be a good rep range.
See, I miss benching with you. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, we need to do it again. I mean, then again, no free weights at Planet.
No, well, I still belong to LA.
Yeah.
I still have my membership there.
Did you ever go to the one on Yamato?
No.
It's nice.
Did you ever go to the Planet a little bit north from you on military?
Say again?
Did you ever go to the Planet a little bit north from you on military?
No, I haven't been to that one. I just go to the one in Delray.
Jason, do you feel like answering a tough question aimed at you?
Yeah, what's a tough question?
Well, I'll read it to you and then I'll give you the mic because we only have 4 mics, so and there are 5 of us here. It makes it a little tricky. All right, this was asked by Pizze. Can you please ask Janoy why does he feel so entitled when he doesn't train, diet, or do anything positive at all? Why does he expect to have loyal fans when his videos are all about $15 shoutouts? Why does he have a big souk when Troll Army turns against him? Why is he full of excuses?
You know what?
I already- actually already hit on
tell
that
you,
about
I don't listen to
an hour
these
ago.
trolls. They don't even exist on me. That guy's a troll, so I don't listen to him, and he's a big fat troll, so he's not being listened to. He's being ignored.
Tell him to go back in the cave.
Go back in the cave, buddy.
There you have it.
I don't think you actually answered his question.
I don't care. I'm not answering his question. He can
Hey,
go fuck himself.
Leonard, have you ever heard of David Goggins?
Yes.
Lenny's doing my dishes in the kitchen.
He's drinking out of the sink. He doesn't give a shit. He'll drink out of the hose on the side of the fucking house.
What about the
We used to do
mold?
that shit when we were
Are you
kids.
taking care of the mold problem in your place? That is dangerous shit if it gets in your lungs.
That's just shit splatter.
On the floor, that
Hacked
just
up
needs
bodies.
a good
No,
mop.
you have
3 or 4 times.
you have black mold on the
Which I
wall.
don't intend to do. If I was, I'd be dead.
Maybe you're immune.
What do you think of David Goggins? I've never heard of the guy.
I've never heard of her, actually. I've heard of Sherry Goggins, a fitness competitor, and
She was hot back in the
never
day.
heard of her.
We're just browsing questions here, folks. We're looking for...
Well, we answered a lot of this shit already. What does Synthol Marc think about Dale?
Dale's cool. He's a southern boy. I get along good with hunters and stuff. He's cool. I like him. Good guy.
You met him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have it on video. That's
He's a
right.
cool guy, man.
Does Big J keep the key to your chastity belt?
No.
What spots me was if Mark was an alleged virgin, why did you need to wear a chastity device with a key?
I've had long, like I told you, long periods of, what's the other word?
Chastity?
Nah, celibacy.
Oh.
Because of sickness and other bullshit.
Well, I tell you the truth, celibacies work well for me. this year. It's distracting sometimes. You got to use sex as a positive thing. Keep intercourse for marriage, and if you really need to do it, young maniacs, get it out of your system. That's what street hookers and Backpage are for. If you want sex, you don't go approaching some girl that you went to school with.
There's
You
another
can
side,
fantasize her and think about her when you're with that hooker. That's my bit of advice.
You got any shoulder issues they're asking?
Oh, yeah, my left shoulder. I went to the doctor for it. It was a few years ago. I fucked it up.
I remember that.
No rotator cuff problems, but they think a tear in a labrum somewhere. I didn't have an MRI because he said, I'm not going to give you an MRI unless you're going to have surgery. But I have no pain, really. It's just discomfort at some points. It is what it is, man.
Learn to work
I'm
around
40.
it.
I'm going to be 41 Sunday.
Oh, no shit.
So I'm getting old, man.
Happy birthday.
Don't say
I'm not aging well either, to be
Don't
honest
say
with
it,
you.
Mark.
Nah, shit.
What?
Don't say it. Never say you're getting old.
Okay. I'm 41. I'm 29. I'll be 29
There
on
you go.
Sunday.
40's not old anyway, man.
No, not with the special sauce.
It's all in your mind. Look at Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, that dude's fucking unbelievable.
Because
Whether
he
you like
thinks
him
he
or
can
not.
play. He thinks he can play.
He thinks he knows he can fucking play.
Imagine
And he knows. He
if
thinks because he knows.
if the Giants didn't beat them at least once. Just think about how many Super. He had what, 7?
got 5.
He'd have 7 fucking Super Bowls. But I think a lot of it's Belichick too. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. If you give him another, there's so many bad coaches in the NFL. It's not even.
Yeah, like Mike Tomlin. Belichick, I hate to say it, they're going to beat the Steelers because they have a system. The Steelers don't have a system. They have a few superstars that win the game. What Antonio Brown did last night was unbelievable.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Keeping 2
dude.
feet in like that.
That was a hell of a catch.
That is just...
And Bell is good. Ben is still good. They're probably look at the Cowboys. They lose 2 fucking players on their offense, and they can't score points. And their coaching sucks. Guy Garrett, he's a fucking puppet of Jones.
Exactly. He ain't any fucking good.
And the Giants, that coach is fucking terrible. McAdoo.
Oh, he's got to go.
Him and the GM needs.
He
They
just
won't
looks
fire
like he doesn't give a shit.
But the GM, they won't fire him because he's black.
He reminds me of Ray
So-
Hanley. Remember when
He
Ray
was
Hanley
fucking
was
terrible.
the head coach?
Yeah, after Parcells.
Just looked like a
Yeah.
loser.
I get the impression that with the players, do you know what time I'm talking about? The types. They get together and they'll change the course of the team. Like they'll want a certain quarterback in, and they protest or whatever. They walk out, and they put pressure on the coach, and that seems to fly these days.
Oh, yeah.
That's my impression. What's going on with Bob McAdoo?
I don't know. What they'll do this year is they'll just blame it all on Eli. Get rid
I
of
tell you,
him.
who's a lazy loud is that Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, no, he got
I
his
was watching
contract.
that quitter.
He got his contract.
Lobster hand?
They never should have given him
They
that
should. It's
contract.
terrible. The
Never.
GM's got to be
Pursuit.
fired.
You're playing on national. You have just stopping, just like those typical scrubs I work with.
Well, I'll tell you who does play hard is that dude Vernon. Olivier Vernon. That dude, every play is playing his ass
Yeah,
off.
you got exceptions.
He's good, but that
Do you know
team,
where's Jenkins? He can play.
I think he broke his ankle or something. He's had
Question
surgery.
is, and I'll say it
Yeah,
now:
they got riddled with injuries this year, man.
can the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super
Well, the
Bowl?
Eagles as my nemesis.
That's what you're calling?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who have the
I'll
Eagles?
call it 2 weeks ago.
Who have the Eagles played this year? Go look at their schedule. The weakest schedule in the
Carolina.
NFL. Carolina's all right. They haven't played anybody. They're good. Don't get me wrong, Philly fans, but they're not
I'm just
as
calling
great
it
as
as
they
I
are.
see.
New Orleans.
Look at Dallas last
New
year.
Orleans, the Rams, Minnesota. NFC's fucking.
Look at that. Look at Dallas
There's a
last
lot-
year.
There's better teams in it.
Philadelphia destroy the Vikings.
Maybe depends where they play them.
Yeah.
I don't know if Philadelphia's on a major role. They're just
No, Wentz is impressive, but they haven't played anybody yet. You got all these fucking teams. They go up against these other teams that have zero
to play the
quarterbacks.
Giants twice
Yeah,
and
the
the
Giants are
Cowboys
terrible.
twice.
And the
Who
Redskins
did New
suck.
England beat?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Jets, Miami, Buffalo. They haven't
Yeah.
played Buffalo yet.
I don't think so.
Mediocrity.
Hey, there's a lot of mediocrity in the NFL.
AFC stinks.
Yeah.
The Patriots are the only
There's
good
2
team.
teams, and both are good.
Patriots and who else?
Eagles, period.
Well, don't the Eagles historically kill the Steelers whenever they play them?
They play in preseason every year, but Steelers aren't going to make it there.
They
They're
got.
not going to make it there without a system.
Well, you're going to find out on the 15th when they play the
17th.
Patriots. 17th.
Yeah, I took the game off. I took a day off from work. I just think Tom Brady's going to light them up. Gronkowski on the field. They did what they did last year in New England. They're going to do it in Pittsburgh, and that's going to possibly happen again in the playoffs.
Well, if Pittsburgh beats in the playoffs, we'll be in Pittsburgh. So they'll be, they're better at
They're
home.
not going to beat them. That's the difference between a coach and an affirmative action coach.
Tomlin's good at the speeches and getting his guys
Cheerleader.
ready.
He's a cheerleader.
But
Looks like an I don't know what. Very unprofessional looking.
He's a good coach.
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
No. No, he's not.
Okay.
He's average at best. I give him a C-.
He's got a lot of talent.
Right. He's got some talent. They win games. Probably got the best trio in football, arguably.
Best running back, receiver, quarterback.
Best trio.
No doubt.
And they got a good offensive line. They're pretty
Big Ben
good.
can still sit in the pocket, even at his old age.
I think this is his last year. I think he's done. I think he's checked out mentally.
Well, he said that in preseason.
And you'll see that team be at the bottom of the barrel. Bill Cowher built that team. He drafted Roethlisberger.
They're good at drafting now. They always get good players in the draft.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball.
They trade those guys away when they want big money, like Mike Wallace. Goodbye.
And Wallace, what has Wallace done? Nothing.
The Dolphins bring in the big players and they don't do shit.
Exactly. They get their money and they don't give a fuck.
Why Sue lost 20 pounds?
New England is so good.
Why he lost 10, 20 pounds is
Right.
nothing but killing. He's getting pushed around. That big weight loss out of Sue didn't do any good.
Once they get paid, they don't fucking care. They get that guaranteed money.
Check out
Especially
time.
Jason
Guaranteed
Pierre-Paul.
$20 million and fucking
And the
Scum of the
and the
NFL.
coach can't tell you shit.
yeah. You get a guaranteed $20 million until you're needed the next week, and you still got that $20 million.
You're a disgrace.
That's what it's all about, is the guaranteed money.
They don't have the great. And even now, you watch the game. It's
They should get it. Fuck those
glorified
owners. Those owners
7-on-7.
make fucking billions of
I mean,
dollars. Fuck
you
them.
can't
They
hit
should
the
pay
quarterback.
everybody
You
that
can't
much
touch
money.
the receivers.
Don't hear that left wing call me crap, Brad. I'm
you
not in the
kidding
mood
me?
for it.
Get the fuck out of here. The amount of money those owners make, all them players should get millions. Fuck.
Shouldn't get not near what they're making.
You don't think so?
No.
They should get more.
They should play to earn more,
Yeah.
not
It
necessarily
should
just
be
given.
incentive contract.
I agree with that.
Yeah, incentive. Your base salary.
You get 10 touchdowns this year, we'll
Yes.
give you an extra $10 million.
The problem with
Watch.
that,
You may screw up the team aspect.
exactly.
Of the
The
game,
problem with incentive-laden contracts is what wide receivers are going to throw hissy fits
Yeah.
because the quarterback's not throwing them the ball enough.
True. Yeah.
So it's
Or some coaches will limit their snaps so they don't make that.
I hate long-term
Exactly.
contracts. Contracts used to be year to year
Yeah.
to year. That's the way it should be.
Wait until you see what in baseball, like that kid Harper gets in a few years.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get probably about $350 million at least from somebody for like 6, 7, 8 years. It's fucking nuts.
Probably the Yankees.
Probably, yeah. Or Boston, someone or LA.
Well, the Yankees have gotten away from doing that.
Yeah, for once they're going with a youth movement like the Knicks.
And look at how far they got.
That's right. Having a good year. It's an exciting
dude's-
team to
what's
watch.
that big Judge? Dude's like 6. He should be playing defensive end for the Giants, not baseball.
Him and
No,
Stan.
he'll make more
Yeah.
money and have a longer career in baseball and won't
Yeah.
have fucking brain damage when he's older.
It's true.
Everybody wants the career and the cookie cutter so they can buy more cookie cutter stuff. Let's hear some people that are legends like Dick Butkus
Yeah.
put their life on the line for the game.
Or Hollywood Henderson for the Cowboys used to play coked up. Remember the linebacker?
Yeah.
He used to play, he'd do coke right out on the field.
So did LT.
LT was the man.
You got to wonder how some of these guys' careers, how good their careers would have been if they didn't play high on coke every week.
I'm not so sure.
How good would Lawrence Taylor have been if he wasn't high on coke every game?
I think it
I
might
might not have been there.
That's right.
I have no problem. Who cares? The
Yeah,
guy
I don't give a
played.
shit. I'm a Giants
Yeah,
fan.
they've
I
won.
loved
Who
it.
gives a shit?
PED gives you confidence, fearlessness.
Hey, drugs made the best music.
Everybody took speed.
Absolutely.
Everybody took speed.
Painkillers too.
Or in your case, the country music with the whiskey.
Who are you talking to, me?
You're the only one in the country that are in this table.
I don't listen to country music. What are you talking about?
Everybody knows it, Brad.
Okay, Leonard.
Country.
No, that's one thing I don't.
You
Listen to
gonna dance to
country.
the
That Wheeler
honky
Walker
tonk?
Jr. is the only one I can listen to because he's fucking.
I like the Highwaymen. You ever
Never
the
heard of
Highwaymen?
her.
Honky tonk, honky
No, you would
tonk.
laugh.
The honky tonk man.
Oh, jeez.
Piss, piss.
You have your keys in your hand. You can leave. You can leave. We'll let you go.
Now they're on the table.
We know you want to leave. That fucking 7-Eleven pizza probably just came out of the oven.
It smells delicious.
So, Mark, do you have a
Dunkin' Donuts is open till
do you have a
what?
Christina Broccolini goddess figure in your dreams?
God.
Anything
No,
like
not
that?
really. I mean, there certain actresses that are real attractive, but
I'm
no
not
one
talking
that I
about
worship.
attractive. Someone that makes you feel like, wow, this is incredible.
No. I'm lifeless.
I think that would help.
You think so?
I think you have to come across it, no matter which way you come across it.
saying, you ass?
Maybe you could share it with me.
Yeah, she's forever, certainly God's gift to mankind as far as spirituality goes.
I'm glad you found
If
her.
you ever want to, start thinking about her, you really are just getting a real happy, complacent, protective feeling of warmth I can't describe.
Oh my!
We need to try to get this girl to come
I
down.
don't know if I can-
No shit, I was telling Andrew that today.
I don't know if I
How
can-
the
That would be
fuck-
fucking
How the
awesome.
fuck doesn't she know?
I know.
She
If
has
I
to
saw
know.
her in
to know.
person,
There's
I
no
don't know
way
if I
she
can
doesn't
control
know.
my emotions.
Is there like an adult Make-A-Wish or something?
I know shit.
But don't make it.
We don't know how to fucking contact this bro. I don't know if any
This
of her
queen, this
social
goddess.
media is
Usually you
real.
got to
don't
contact.
know.
You got to contact the agent
Contact
or someone
this
like
girl.
that.
Yeah, I can't.
What?
That shit.
Excuse me.
Christina Contalini. Did I say Cont? I guess I did. I don't remember. What's your opinion on SARMs?
I think they have excellent effects. I've used them, the Osterine, the Android, and a few of the other ones. You're not going to get exceptional strength, but you'll get a hardness to your muscles, and you'll get good health-building effects from them, bone-building effects.
Injected or oral? What is
Oral,
it?
which is good. You can take them in pill form. Some places still sell them legally, and they're not perfected, but they're definitely good. When somebody's an old man, it's good to take. It's good to cycle
older,
stuff.
not when you're younger.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going to do much, but it's good research on it. And it will help maintain mass.
Okay. Have you ever taken that shit?
Well, I don't think so. What the hell are they again?
Selective androgen receptor modulators. They try to take the effects of androgens, like increased protein synthesis, and the effects on skeletal muscle,
What are some of the drug
and
names?
remove the androgenic effects, like this oily skin, sex drive, and aggressiveness. Androgen, MK677, it's a growth hormone.
He's like a fucking savant with a
Yeah.
lot.
Osterine, and there's a few others.
I don't believe it. Are they all legal or illegal?
They're sort of gray market research purposes, but
like the old pro hormones?
some nutrition stores will sell them over the counter.
Expensive.
You'd have to ask Dr. Tony Hughes. He'd give you a good overview on it if all you maniacs want to check out his site on SARMs, his
Enhanced
thoughts.
athlete. Yeah.
After you
He
guys
explains
talked about him, I
everything's
looked
quite
him
well.
up. That dude's cool as
He's
shit,
great,
man.
man. He is a
That
fun
dude
follow.
fucking knows his shit, man.
I gotta contact him. He wants to do the podcast.
No kidding. I'd like to just listen to what he has to say about all this
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I like when
We want to
he
get him here though in person, like a call-in's like a.
he had an expert saying
yes.
that one of his trainers, what do you take to get as big as you possibly can that's on this earth right now? And he said, obviously your androgens, your GH, your insulin, your IGF. But the key is to take, what the endurance athletes take, such as the Lance Armstrong types, EPO, which is used to increase your red blood cell count beyond what any androgen could possibly do for you.
What does
Even
EPO
androgen,
stand
they're-
for?
Erythropoietin, something or other, but you can get it. I just want to, and if you maniacs can send some to me
To who?
through Andrew.
Who's going to get rated by the
they're legal.
Oh, it's legal. Okay.
You could get them in a
Sure about
hospital.
that?
It can be dangerous. It can thicken your blood, but during certain bouts, he explained that you want that. That's why when you get a pump, when you do the heavy weights with a high rep, you get that outstanding muscle growth, which you're not going to get for 3 or 4 reps. If you look at the world's strongest man now, Eddie Hall, check him out how disgusting he looks. Doesn't have a cut in sight, looks fat, and he's the world's strongest man because of the way he trains. But if you want that massive, freaky look, yeah, I have to add EPO to the regimen to get that. That's if you're doing everything else right, eating every 3 hours, and you're getting that massive blood flow to the muscle when you train. It's almost to the point where you can only do 2 sets because you're so pumped up you can't move. But you make those sets so heavy and productive with tension, and that's the key to bodybuilding. I don't care if you're doing a machine, a bench press, or a Smith machine. I mean, I've maintained muscle work in a Planet because I've used tension for a certain required amount of reps. Obviously, things are better, you recruit more fibers, but it's that heavy tension is what I'm after at this point in my life. Gain as much muscle as you can every year. Because, let's be honest, we lose muscle so many different ways.
Yeah.
But just to keep fighting for every inch is the key to staying younger and healthier as you get older. as to where Brad, those low reps you were doing, I believe they contributed, not that day, but contributed to that pec there probably.
Yeah.
Wait, how is that? I remember
It's better. I was able to do chest today. Pretty good. I'm not going
Did you feel like a burn when it
Oh, I
happened?
did just feel it like...
He knew it when he said it. I just thought
It's like a cramp.
I told him exactly what would happen.
As hard as a rock.
How long would it take?
It bruised till like 3 days later. And then
You're lucky you didn't tear the whole fucking muscle.
No shit.
Remember I tore a pec with you the same day you did?
It was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold out, yeah.
Bench in the cold.
I didn't start...
Andrew Kalura tore a
It's been
pec
over a
over
month.
there too, taking Levaquin, an antibiotic, which is known to cause muscle tears. The doctor isn't informed of that. He goes and loads 5 plates over at World Gym, trying to get the 9
I had a
reps.
fucking month left.
Yeah, that is. It's a
That's
week
all right.
Fuck the last
Yeah.
one.
That's
Keep the
happened.
reps high, not too high. Keep the tension on.
Yeah.
Much more impressive. When you get to the point you're doing 315 for 10 on that bench, good form, or something like that, you're going to have the look.
That's going to be a
antibody.
while.
No, don't say that.
No, I can't.
If you do Turinabol,
I'll wait
fantastic.
another 4
You
weeks.
may want
at
to try
least.
DECA too. It's good
I'm
for
just
your
going to
joints.
do lightweight, a lot of reps for another month. That's
Now,
it.
That's fine.
when you were using the trend, did you have any side effects?
No, man.
See, I told Lenny this. It was
I was shocked too.
It was
I was
paraboling.
expecting- I would have very like vivid dreams, but not nightmares.
I had the most fucking horrifying nightmares on that
I
shit.
get nightmares.
Like,
I fucking. She tells me I laugh in my sleep. So
dude, I would wake up, or I wouldn't know if I was awake, but I kind of, but there was like these demonic voices, and like I thought shit was coming out of the wall. I kid you not, man, on that stuff.
well, was it during the time with your father and all that shit?
No, it was before it got real bad. That was on
Okay.
that I tried that shit. That's what I thought. I was
Sound
thinking
like
about
night terrors.
It was horrible, and I got the
If you
sweats.
were on it when he was in the hospital.
Oh, I almost killed the fucking doctor when he came in. I won't go into that story, but
Yeah.
Mark, I'm going to remember years before that when you started over the counter what they called pro hormones at the time.
Spawn.
Before any of us did. You were making phenomenal gains. You want to elaborate on what you were doing?
Yeah, it was called
And what you were taking?
Spawn. I used to buy it on Amazon. Thanks, Bezos.
What was the chemical in that? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Epistane, some form of Tren,
Oral
and
Tren,
there was something else in there. I don't remember what it was, but it was fucking incredible. You'd take it, it's only a month's supply, but you would take it, you get a nice, dry, hard. I'd gain like 10 to 15 pounds of muscle.
And
on
your
that
strength
No
went up
acne or nothing?
incredibly.
Nothing. No side effects.
It was a designer steroid.
We saw
incredible.
a fuck the other day
$70.
wearing a fucking stringer, this juiced up fucking
Zits all over.
Oh,
The one with the
back.
acne on his
Yeah,
back?
I'd
Yeah.
fucking, dude, put on a fucking
With
shit.
test, I get that problem.
Yeah, but put on, if
Yeah,
you're gonna be laying on
it's
a
nasty,
bench, you
yeah.
nasty motherfucker. We don't want
I do get zits
Yeah,
and like
man.
real oily skin on my
I didn't
face.
get any of that shit from.
See, you're lucky, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
can't.
when you do, how many megs a week do you do when you get
I've
that?
done anything from 500 to about 800 a week.
Yeah, no.
But my sweet spot's right around like 600. That's what I've learned, and I stick to it. I don't do any
Of
more, any
test?
less. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get good. I gain about 15 pounds. A lot of water, obviously, but you just feel better. And I tell you, the best thing I ever took, and I think I told Lenny, it was the fucking old school Dianabol, the pills.
Works good for everybody.
Dude, and even the shit when I was going on my father, I was on it. I had such a sense of well-being, like
just
nothing
feel good.
bothered. It was incredible. No other drug I've taken, performance-enhancing drug I've taken, made me feel like that.
That's what Arnold took, Ferrigno took, all those old wrestlers. Ric Flair took when he was a 300-pound beast, as I see in that thing.
50 milligrams.
That's all they
a day.
had. Dianabol sitting in bottles in
What about
gyms.
Sustanon?
That's what you're taking T400.
Yeah,
Similar.
it's multiple esters of testosterone. And
Actually, that has one more. That has
That's
one
4,
up on
yeah.
it. Yeah.
that stuff's good.
That has 5, I believe.
That stuff's good, man.
Everybody loves that. It's cheap, too.
It's well worth it.
400 mgs.
Being an older, you need
Yeah,
this shit now.
testosterone blend. Good shit.
It's like, what do you do? I've never bought anything
I
online.
get test Cypionate 200 milligrams.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Have you? Has any of you guys?
I think
bought it
that's
online?
better because it comes into
I
your
get a
system quicker.
That's what's.
That comes into your system quicker with the test propionate that's in it, the small amount. You want to get it in there quick. I think that's just the best buy.
Yeah.
Then when I diet, I'll take propionate in and out, but that's just the last month. Other than that, that's a test I take all year over sipping anything else.
Mark, turn around. There he is.
There's Kimbo.
Hey, kitty. How old?
Like 13 or so? I got him.
Ready to die.
Had him for 10 years, and they said he was 4 when I got him, but I think he was younger than that.
I got a dog, but she's only got 3 legs.
You got a 3-legged dog.
She always had. She's a chow. They have bad legs, and it
I
was,
had
it was
a
getting
chow
worse.
attack me when I was
Really?
like 7 or 8 years old. Bit my fucking arm.
Holy shit!
It was my buddy's dog. I knew it, but I walked up into the garage and the dog just fucking came right at me. I like picked him up.
No shit.
The scars right inside. Yeah.
We used to have Akitas. I don't know.
The dog's name was Clan.
Those dogs can be vicious. Akitas.
bit my brother
not
in the
kidding.
face when he was a
They don't
kid.
come
You
at
said
you
his
now,
guard
do they?
dogs.
They
I
are
think in China.
incredibly
I've got
loyal to
nips.
their owner.
Oh, by the way, I heard your girl on the radio today. They took the mobile cryogenics lab. I was listening to a health radio locally in Delray on FM 95.3. And the girl's voice, she came on, oh, you came to us. The guy was like, going to put me in 300 degrees and liquid nitrogen. And it was her, yeah.
Oh, from Activate.
She took the truck over, to a place in Delray, and they were talking about getting it done.
It was on the radio?
She was, I heard her voice.
Okay.
I remember that voice.
Your angel. Your other angel.
Not really.
Oh, the cryo thing?
I just
That was
wonder-
funny.
My anal angel, that's about it. There's only one angel as far as I'm concerned. Don't get confused.
How old is
Yeah.
Christina?
Christina, is she either born in 85 or 89?
Oh, you don't know.
So she's either 32 or she's 20.
Have one of those new sex robots made to look like her.
She did an episode of Mystery Hunters with a robot.
There was just an article on
I
it.
read
You
those,
see it?
yeah.
Called Digit.
She-
Was it Digit?
She had it. She played soccer
That's
against.
fucking
They look
creepy shit.
terrible. That's exactly
That's
what I
fucking
said. It's
creepy.
creepy.
Brad, this is not a sexual relationship, by the way. I wouldn't have sex with her.
Okay.
This is something different.
Okay, so
just
we
a
can't order
goddess
you a
relationship.
Christina robot that you can
Well, you can put it in the corner.
Christina blow up doll.
Decorate it for
But
Christmas.
she did dance with a robot on Mystery Hunters, a Japanese robot when they were investigating. And it was pretty neat because
I want a robot that'll cook and clean.
Exactly.
Cook me meals.
Not fucking a robot. Did you see Kaepernick? Did Kaepernick get Citizen of the Year?
Yes.
Well, it shows you how
GQ magazine.
I could go on about this
Fuck
for
them.
hours.
Why would he be a Citizen of the Year? Because all those dopes followed him and kneeling?
Yeah. Wow.
Kneel to me.
Accomplished
baby.
so much.
Yeah, what did it do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Did they ever think of maybe giving it to J.J. Watt, who raised $27 million
people,
dollars
I thought it was
to
more
help
than
with
that.
hurricane relief?
Was it in the 40s?
Yeah,
I thought
no
it was in
shit.
the- maybe it
Yeah,
was.
your buddy.
His brother plays for your team.
Give it to the guy who wears socks depicting
Yeah,
dead
this
police
plays on my-
officers.
Who would
Yeah,
you give it to?
yeah,
Who would you
that's
give
great.
it to?
Citizen of the Year,
Yeah.
President.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're insane.
Because every other coup got a president, they would have, apologized to Mr. Ball, but he says, I'd have kept your punk son over there locked up.
That's right. Yeah.
Panded to that piece of garbage, Jungle Bunny.
Well, they would fucking be in prison for about 10 years.
He's good for quotes, that's for sure,
Oh, yeah.
man.
But they would have been locked up and tortured over
do you
there.
know
He's
how-
got to stay the fuck off Twitter, though.
He does.
like
He does.
Do you know
bit
how
much,
much
man.
free advertising LeVar Ball got as a result of that?
Exactly.
Every single time he went on TV or CNN and did an interview, all he did was tout and promote and shout out
His
Big
shoes,
Baller
yeah.
brand. That's it. I think they figured he got like millions of
if
dollars
any of you
worth of free
maniacs,
advertising.
please, if you have that stuff, burn it and send Brad to feed. I wouldn't use that for toilet paper.
What, the clothing?
Well, it's like
Yeah.
the sneakers are like $400.
It's probably
Oh,
made
let's go out and buy it.
sweatshop.
All the
Something like
white
that.
guilt parents are going to be buying their kids
Christmas.
that for Christmas, working overtime, you filthy
The
lowlife.
styles are so fucked
they're
up
terrible,
now, man.
man.
The other night, I
They're
see a kid,
terrible.
he's wearing like tight fucking pants and like a long ass shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? And some kind of weird ass boots on. I'm like, what is that style? Oh, that's like Kanye West's new thing.
Oh, you said
The
you
long
cookie cutter,
fucking-
bitch.
It's
That's who you
so-
copy your life off of, you cunt.
It's the ugliest
sad.
shit. These guys were the fucking
And
stupidest
you're
shit.
low life for copying them, you cunt bag.
Exactly.
God, when we were growing up, it was
Fuck
what?
would want to dress like that.
don't
Fucking just
know.
look uncomfortable
Grunge
too.
and all that crap. And before that was the 80s bullshit, parachute pants and all. Every generation's fucked.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
follow
it's
it.
true.
My father,
I didn't follow it
I
either.
didn't follow it, but I put on Road Warrior makeup when I went to hang out in high school. Walk the streets with my
Who,
face
Hawk or
painted.
Animal?
Big mixture of both.
Those guys were cool as shit.
Dale Chance has a question.
Oh, no shit. What's up, Dale?
At
Dopey
Big
Dale.
Brad Wolf, I'm curious to know what Mark thought about the Ruby. I guess he's fishing for compliments here.
No, I thought Dale.
Go ahead, Mark. What do you think of the Ruby?
I thought Dale looked pretty fucking.
Insert
shredded.
compliment about Dale's physique here.
He's usually good at tooting his own horn.
Mark, what does Dale have to do with the Ruby? I competed in it.
That's true. I mean, other than Lenny.
He's not mentioned in the same sentence as me.
Well, and Jason too, isn't it?
Because he's not in the same weight class by 100 pounds as me.
Oh,
He's in the insect category.
He looked great. I mean, how the fuck can you take it away from him?
Great for an ant.
I know you and Jay didn't like it the way he came in, but I mean, I don't know. He looked pretty damn good.
Oh, he did. He
was shredded, man. He was shredded.
He took it very seriously.
He may
He should have gone heavier, though.
He may have lost a little too much mass, a little too much bulk. I don't know much about bodybuilding and cutting down, but
It's not much.
he needs to. If he could be in that shape but a little bit bigger, then he'd be like, damn, that would be really good.
25 pounds.
Yeah,
of muscle.
but that type of shape, yeah.
Dale, did you ever see Dennis James at his peak? Huh? You ever see Faoud Albion? 250s plus. Until you're over 250 in contest shape, and there's no reason you can't be, go you know what, like Jason says.
Who do you call this huge?
Why
Big
can't you
Ramy?
say
Jason,
that?
you want the
Right.
Ruby? We're talking about the Ruby. Here you go, Chief.
Right.
The Ruby
I
was rigged.
I was saying like if
was rigged.
if he was like 240.
Yeah, that'd be insane if he got that
Could
big.
Big Ramy be even mentioned anywhere? If he was anywhere at your weight, Dale?
You
Think
should be-
about that, Dale.
Dale,
does
this
he
is
weigh?
this is for you,
Big
Dale.
Ramy's supposedly 5'9", 290 on stage.
This is the biggest freak of them all, and he's retired.
Yeah, he wouldn't be no Big Ramy, he'd be like nobody.
You should be as big as him.
That's probably
I'm
the
gonna-
biggest guys are the most popular guys
The
now,
biggest
Dale.
guy from the late 90s is Marcus Raoul.
Oh, I
He's
remember
a
Marcus
freak.
Rule. You remember
Marcus
Marcus
Rule,
Rule?
yeah.
He's a freak.
Art
man.
Atwood, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler.
Yeah, those are freaks. You're a
Talk to us when you get to that weight,
yeah,
Dale.
not like a pea on the ant farm.
Does anybody know or care about a 212? Does anybody care about Flex Lewis? I don't think so. Dallas McCarver was it.
That was the one exception.
Dallas McCarver was like 6'3".
He was big.
Big, too.
Big boy.
Now he's
It's
gone.
about the size, Dale. And if you don't start going with that route, anybody wants to keep you down there, good luck.
Good luck. The pea is on the
Remember, it's about gaining massive amounts of size, Dale. If you're
Massive amount of
You need to
muscle.
learn how to do insulin and GH and IGF and EPO and Anadrol and test
Everything.
and tren at the same time.
I don't think he's ever done.
There's a stack for
Well, you're not going to get that
Insulin.
big, Dale. A little wake-up call, Dale.
Oh boy,
You're gonna be stuck.
Eat some more deer meat.
you're all wound up.
Dale, I'd be 330 if I had the resources and didn't have the job I did, but I will be anyway on stage.
Plus, you were
He
sick.
probably works more than you. What the fuck are you talking
He's on
about?
his ass. I do a manual job like you do. It's hard. You got to really eat. You're burning shit up all day. That's your enemy at gaining size is cardio and walking around.
Yeah.
You got to get in that gym, hit your 2 heavy sets in the right range. And
Yeah, I walk 7 miles a day.
you got to increase your calories.
Yeah.
That's if you want to be a pro bodybuilder freak, but
Not me, no. I eat when I'm hungry.
yeah.
And you enjoy life.
Exactly. And I drink when I'm thirsty.
Oh, maybe.
I don't give a shit about all that. It's fun being on stuff, though. You feel fucking great.
Oh yeah, don't do. What were you guys talking about? Deca.
No decking, yeah.
Deca's great when you're on it, but when you go off, everything's magnified. It was hurting you before you went on.
That
was my
Really
experience
help
with it.
you with sore joints.
Yeah, you feel good on it, but
Really good.
live by it, die by it.
That's another Hulk Hogan 80s, 90s football player who actually it looks like one is Joey Bosa from the Chargers.
That kid's good.
He's
yeah.
got the hair, the mustache, the physique just out of the 80s, just like his father. It's weird.
His father played?
John Bosa, Miami Dolphin, Killer Bee.
Oh no shit.
The Killer Bees defense.
Now the
Kim
Dolphins are just
Camper.
perennial losers.
Yeah.
Last time the Miami Dolphins won was 72.
Yeah.
They haven't won since.
Fuck you.
Marino should have won one.
Marino.
You ever want to chap Brad's hide? That's all you have to talk about.
Well, you imagine if Dan Marino played nowadays?
He would get his ass creamed.
No, he
just the
No, he
opposite.
wouldn't.
He would throw for
No,
about
he-
6,000
Easy.
yards and
You're
50
not allowed to
touchdowns
touch
a
the
year.
quarterback.
With those rules they have nowadays, give me
And
a
his
break.
career would have
Same-
lasted another 5 years.
Same with
Yeah.
the NBA. What's a flagrant
Yeah.
foul now? Wasn't even a foul in the 80s and
So
90s.
I don't even think you can compare today's
no, you
quarterbacks
can't.
to
You
even
can't.
20 years ago.
No, it's
I remember
a different game.
fucking Troy Aikman got his fucking jaw broken and he was out there the next fucking series playing. I mean, all these guys, all the guys I used to watch got their asses handed to them on a daily
He used
basis.
to get Creamed.
Is that all you're gonna say? Don't even fucking say.
Cream,
If that's
baby,
all you're gonna say,
cream
Jason.
and smothered. Smothered in oil.
So I say, maniacs, you apply these principles, you should come right to the top of your field to know how to mentally intimidate your opponent, your teammate, to get a position in practice. See, my biggest problem now, and where I work, is I outperform everybody so ridiculously that people, they choose to either ignore me or to say, oh, it's because he's a man or whatever, this and that.
Here, Jason, want some cat shit?
It doesn't matter that you outperform anybody. They
Put
just-
some
No, it
sauce and cheese on it. He'll eat it.
So you should actually slow down and save, any energy and just do what you got to do to get by like everybody else.
Yeah.
Why bust your fucking ass if you ain't getting anything
I don't
for it?
consider it busting my ass, but it's just the fact that,
Well, they'd probably fire you then if you didn't kill yourself in there.
no, it's just the fact
It's
that,
just your work ethic. That's
yeah, it's just people saying, grown men, I can't lift this. I don't want to go in a freezer. I don't want to go out in the rain because I take a cart across the street. I don't get that.
you do all the fucking.
I love
You
showing
do all the
off. Don't
grunt
like
work.
me. So what the fuck are you? And also, I'll say to a guy, if you can't lift, I say, well, you better, why don't you pay me $100? Take me home. I'll satisfy your wife. And they got all pissed off. These Haitian guys, I said, yeah, if you can't lift that, what the hell are you going to do to your wife? So you better give me her as a present. I'll show you what a real man's supposed to be about, boy. So what do you got to say to that?
Dale.
See, Dale was on the right track until he started playing the bodybuilder game, the placings.
I mean, yeah,
Dave Palumbo never made pro,
big.
but he's popular. But he's not a freak. Unless you're a freak, you're a nobody, especially in my book. You're on the way to becoming a freak, and you turn into a figure competitor.
Who's that?
Dale. Trying to worry about what Peter Potter's taste and physiques is, according to that day.
Cookie cutter.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Peter Potter the main judge or something?
Yeah, main homo.
Made homo.
That's the look they were going for.
So what if he's an old fag? That's what he does. Is travel what the state, the country, following around guys in their fucking underwear.
But there's women there too. So
Did you get to
Who
see,
knows
when
if
you were
he's on
backstage,
one.
did you get to see any of the fitness girls or no?
Yeah.
And did they flash themselves?
I don't know, were they flashing themselves, Leonard? No, they were fine.
All right.
They sort of stopped that recently.
Yeah, because I remember you told me stories of a few years ago.
Well, it was a few years
He
ago.
was hoping for that shit,
Yeah.
but they weren't biting.
Damn.
Everyone that walked by, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I remember the one day we had a judges meeting. Andrew Kalura is there. He had to tell you this, but I'll tell you it now. So the southern states, and I went and sat by this pretty nice-looking girl, Spanish girl, and she looked at me, and it's just my husband sitting there, and I just ignored her. And he came up to me, he had his family with him. He's standing over there looking at me. I'm sitting there. He's like, that's my chair. I said, that's my chair. And he says, look, my family over here. He goes, you gonna make me get out of that chair? And she goes, he's my husband. And I said, that's a sorry excuse for a husband. I said, is he gonna make me get out of this chair? And then all of a sudden the judges come over and a few of the experts, hey, so just a lot of low carbs, a lot of bad temper. I said, no, it's not. I'm perfectly sane. This guy's a chicken shit. Bad excuse, lousy excuse for a husband and a father. And Kalura's like 2 rows behind me. Oh, shit. They're going to kick me out this year.
That's great.
Is Andrew
love that
working
chicken
out
shit.
anymore?
Yeah, he
Like
trains.
hard? Like heavy?
But from what I understand, he hasn't done gear in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And you've been off for
He's
how
younger than me.
long? You've been off for how long?
Off?
Yeah.
He's the same age
About
as
3
James
months.
Harrison. He just turned 39.
He's still got plenty of time. He'd blow up like a fucking balloon.
Oh,
if he
my
did.
God. If anybody had muscle memory, he does. That's what I tell his kids. When he bulked up to 350, that memory's in there. That muscle will come back quick anytime he wants it.
350
He was
at how
350
tall-
at
at how
5'9".
tall? 5'9".
When he benched that weight. Strong in the right type of rep range. And he had every body part. He had everything. Legs, calves, hamstrings, back, traps, chest. Incredible chest. That's why if you ever get that video cassette put over to put on the show The Maniacs, can get the thing converted, you'll see how big his arms and chest were.
Can you convert it straight onto the computer or no?
And that's his first show.
You can, but you need an adapter. There's also something you can put the VH cassette in it, where on one side there's a slot for a VHS tape, but on the other side you can put a CD in it. And you can burn the VHS to the CD, then put the CD in the disk drive in the computer.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll figure it out eventually.
I only ever saw you guys once over at the old World Gym. Because you remember how all the weights and shit were
Yeah,
way
he
back.
snuck me in there. I was banned.
No,
From,
you had glasses. You were wearing glasses.
yeah.
And the two of you
gonna
guys
sneak
looked
you-
like, I thought you were like professional wrestlers or something. I never seen two guys that fucking big in the same place at once. That was the only time I
They
ever
used
saw
to
you
call
over there.
him and Kalora the Bronco Brothers.
The Bronco.
The girls who work the front desk. Oh, the Bronco Brothers are here. Did you know that, Lenny? That's what they call
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why did he drive a Bronco?
No, just because they were just both huge.
Now, if they had fucking YouTube back then with them,
I
holy
said that last
shit.
week. If YouTube existed in the late 90s, that gym was an insane asylum disguised as a gym.
and you
The
would have
people-
blown up big
yeah.
time, I think.
The people in that gym just
On our
in
way out of the
general-
gym, we'd walk up to the refrigerator, grab whatever we want, and walk out the door. Not even thinking about bringing it to the desk, and not even caring if they say, "Hey, wait a minute." And there wasn't this "oh, you're kicked out" shit. I don't know. It just didn't happen.
That's the way it should be.
I agree.
Old West style. Take what you want.
Yeah, like they were giving you side looks the other day. I think it was on Thanksgiving when you were making a lot of noise when you were repping, and I yelled at somebody because they were like, "Look, I says we're not in a fucking church, we're in a gym." I said, "Scream as loud as you want."
Was that in L.A.?
Yeah, I didn't give a shit at that point. I was so irritated with how packed it was. I was like, "Fuck you! Don't look at
Packed with cookie cutters.
I hate it when it's crowded like
Well,
that.
it was only open for 4 hours, so you had everybody trying to cram in their workout.
yeah.
If they're going to be open, at least be open 8 to 4. It was open from 8 to 12.
Friday morning, I was in Planet, and it was like fucking 6 people in there, man. It was awesome.
That's how it was
Nobody.
Friday in LA Fitness.
okay.
Yeah, it was great.
Nobody there.
Yeah, I missed the old gym so much because it
If
was
only
just so much
Planet had
fun.
a few more pieces of equipment like the old days, it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Just need to get some dead weight in there, but that'll never happen.
Yeah, regular benches.
Heavier dumbbells.
They have plenty of room for it too.
Oh, yeah. They got all those side rooms, all that bullshit in there. No one's ever in them.
But you got ignoramuses in there that don't know the difference between working in. Oh, I got 4 more. All they're doing is sitting on a piece of a bench or equipment, looking at their phone.
Yep.
No idea what they're doing.
Yeah, it's pathetic. And the trainers, they're not helpful at all. Like at either place.
Well, that one
Like,
chick,
go around and clean up the fucking weights if you're not doing anything. Like,
there was
there's
one
shit all
chick
over
in
the
there
fucking
that I
place
think
in
you
there.
had fallen out with. She was a trainer at LA Fitness in Delray.
And she's at Planet Fitness
Planet
now.
Fitness now.
Oh, the Brazilian?
Yes.
really?
Yeah, she's there in the
I
mornings.
forgot
No
to tell you
shit.
that.
She's there early in the
No, I
mornings.
was cool with her. It was
Okay.
a couple other people. That
was
Korean guy who really,
Oh,
really
yeah.
into her. Yeah,
And then so did Russian.
yeah, a Russian buddy.
Yeah, she's in Planet.
$7 home.
Do $10 an hour, bitch. It was great.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I really wanted to join in, but I wasn't
would've
trying
got-
to lose my membership.
Exactly.
Wasn't worth it.
And now she's not even there anyway. But they don't put their fucking weights back. That's another thing. It's like,
It's everywhere. That's every gym I've ever been at.
yeah.
But sound the alarm for that. Don't sound it for somebody grunting for a millisecond.
Yeah, why does that bother you? Most of the people in there have headphones on
Yeah,
anyway.
or they're watching the fucking television.
Who gives a shit if you hear a guy grunt or scream?
Oh my
Weights
god,
all-
I heard
weights
a weight
all over the place.
bang.
Stupid. Oversensitive cunts.
So, Mark, which women did you fantasize about in the bodybuilding world when you were,
I
when you
like.
were a teenager and such?
Do you remember the old fitness chicks like Amy Fadley
Yes.
and what was the other chicks? They used to be on that show with Carla Dunlop.
Yeah,
They used
body
to parade
shaping.
them all in there. What was who was the real famous blonde? Back
Did you
in the
see
day?
Carla at Delray?
No, I've never seen
You
her
didn't see
there.
her?
Who's that famous blonde?
Bodybuilder?
No, she was a fitness chick. She won all kinds of awards back in the 90s.
Debbie Crook?
No, what the fuck
Marla
was
Duncan?
Brandt.
Monica Brandt?
Yeah, she was on all
Yeah.
those shows back.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
those chicks were all hot.
Yeah, still
Now they
is.
take too many drugs and they get those boulder shoulders and they lose their hips.
That's not a good look.
No, the chicks back then were hot as shit. Look up Amy Fadley, maniacs. She was hot.
Amy what?
Fadley. I think it's F-A-D-H-L-I
There's an H in there.
or something.
Yeah.
She was hot.
So was Carla Dunlap.
Yeah, she
still
was in
is.
great shape. She was in great shape. Because she, even as a bodybuilder, she would be competing in fitness now.
So when's Carla coming on board?
I don't know. We haven't seen her the last couple of weeks.
You're going to get her on the show?
Andrew spoke to her. She said she would.
That's cool.
I got a lot of questions for her.
She probably has a lot
sure
of
you
cool
do.
stories.
Like, what is it? Any perverts ever approached you in a gym? And what
probably.
did
Probably.
Because she was pretty straight laced. She wasn't into the drug and party scene, from what I remember.
I can't believe she's in her early 60s. She looks like she's 35.
Well, she used to have her picture on that wall at the old World Gym, right?
Yeah.
Who's the other one who was always on that? It was Rachel McGlish. She was really attractive, but
Corey
she didn't have
Everson.
none of them. Even Corey Everson, they don't have that male hormone look going to their bodies like they do now. It's the same look with every chick. Big boulder shoulders, You know, the waist
One
goes
thing
away, the
backstage
hips
too,
go
man, is they
away.
all fucking stink of that tanning oil and shit all over them.
And the voice is the foghorn voice. Like, I'll never forget, Mark did a heavy set of 365 on the bench for good reps. And across the gym, Debbie says, Coast Debbie, you look large and in charge, Mark. I said, who the hell was that?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, who's that guy? I heard that.
Did you ever see her website?
A long time ago, I saw
can't unforget what I saw.
She's actually a very nice lady.
She's really
she
cool.
is.
She's cool.
She is.
She's a very nice person.
Yeah, she was.
And to this day, I still always wonder just how in shape she could have gotten Jason if they had actually.
You see, when she competed, I think it was Texas, she said, she won, I think, Miss Texas or something. She was fucking, no joke.
You could tell
She was
fucking huge.
serious competitor.
Those 90s trainees busted ass. There was no distractions. There wasn't any internet. Few people had cell phones.
Doesn't she have
what
a
else did you
wrestling
do?
website or some shit?
On her regular website, there were pictures of her like sitting on a guy with a mask on. Some bullshit.
Jason, are you one of those guys with the mask
Call
on?
him Gimp.
He wishes.
The gimp?
He would fucking do that shit in a second.
You in the Santa Claus outfit?
Anything
I
for
saw that
fucking
one.
views. He would do
Yeah,
that
for
in a
think of the views, man.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie's another one who made the mistake of instantly saying her last name
that
and
was
the
the end
very
of it.
first time she was on camera.
What did
That was
she
it.
expect
And
them
she
to
got
say?
trolled. She didn't
What
want-
did she expect them to say about her? How lovely and
Yeah.
feminine she was?
And then I went to
Yeah,
the
but-
website. It was the end of it.
People who aren't really familiar with what we do will go on camera and give their last name thinking it's going to be harmless, not realizing that God knows how many trolls are instantly going to Google them and look them up. And if there's any shit on you like Debbie, that's it.
Well, there was that other bodybuilder over there that Debbie took under her wing. Remember Susie?
Yes.
She was big. I mean, she had
Hungarian.
boulder shoulders. Yes, yeah. And I think she was getting into that shit too. all
Yeah,
the stuff
she
was doing.
ruined her look that went
Too big.
mainstream, too small.
Oh, you think too small?
She was intense. I saw her train, one of the most intense trainings. You know what I'm talking about. She came in with that goof. I call him the trainer champion.
She trained with Debbie for a while. She had like kind of shortish dark hair.
Very good
Susie-
physique.
And she would wear like leopard print
Kellner.
pants and stuff.
Yeah, I met her.
Oh, okay.
And she wore like
Yes. Oh, her? Yeah. Okay.
she wore like clothes that were like
So what
3
happened-
decades
what
too
did
old.
she do to her? What
She
happened?
was at LA Fitness last time I saw her.
Yeah.
About a year ago, but started doing women's figure physique or something.
Cookie cutter shit.
She looked better actually on than she did off, in my opinion.
As far as a bodybuilder,
As far as
yeah,
sexually
I don't
looking.
think women want to do bodybuilders.
Nah, I think it's dying.
They don't want to. It's all physique and
And bikini. The bikini's huge. And what do they do? They go work out, diet a little,
Like name the
throw on a bikini, and you
name
get
the
a fucking
women's,
pro card.
Miss Olympia this year. Was there one?
Was it that black chick that always wins?
No, she retired. I think it was a Venezuelan, possibly.
All right. See, I don't even.
I didn't watch the Olympia. this
Linda
year.
Murray
It
was
fucking-
probably.
But you know who won? You know
Yeah.
who won
Who do you,
women?
I could close my
You know
eyes
who-
and tell you who's going to win the Olympia next year too. Same fucking guy.
But then again, I like China and wrestling when she was at her biggest when she came out. I like Midnight, which is Anne Marie Crooks, who I knew some guys that personally slept with her. 6'1",
Who was she a manager of?
220 pounds. She was with Harlem Heat a little bit.
Oh, okay. I remember
She
her.
busted her knee up. Actually, Kurt Hennig, he wrestled her one time on Nitro. I have the DVD at home. He sexually assaulted her the whole match. Was smacking her in the face as hard as he could, grabbing her crotch and squeezing it for real.
Maybe she
No
liked
shit.
it.
Grabbing her breast, whatever she had left, and ripping them all apart.
Who said wrestling's fake?
Horrible.
That'll come out
I
next.
mean, I think he was just pissed. He just wanted to make an example of her. He's- You know, they're all drugged up, but he really. If you can look online, you'll never see anybody treated like that during a match. Or I could be wrong. I haven't watched it recently, but she probably could have beat him in real life. She's big and strong. Very scary looking woman. Big thighs.
So she was a Miss Olympia, or
No, close to it. She was a top amateur, but big Jamaican girl.
I don't follow any of that shit.
This is the 90s.
I used to watch it when I was younger, but now it's like bodybuilding. I mean, when you have your biggest event and you can't even get it on a fucking network or any type of cable channel,
It's a dead sport.
it's just.
It's streamed on the internet.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't get it on at least like NBC Sports or some
It used
bullshit
to be
like
on
that.
ESPN.
They had it on all the channels back in the
ESPN
day.
wants
too,
to see
even.
that.
ESPN 57
Yeah,
or
whatever.
something.
Yeah, they don't.
It's a cult sport, always.
Well, what it is too, it's got such bad.
It promotes
with the
fucking
drugs.
steroids.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's on steroids in other sports.
Exactly.
It's just the way it is. It's
But
just
that's
posing. It's
that
too
is out
one-dimensional.
there. It's
Yeah.
fucking.
It's too one-dimensional.
But these guys try to say it's their supplements that they take.
That's what pisses me off about
I
bodybuilding.
love that shit.
They sell all that
Celtech,
garbage.
It works.
They sell all that
Celtech,
shit.
it
and
works. BSN garbage.
As your buddy
None
PJ.
of that shit will ever get you to a bodybuilding
You don't know?
size. You have to take
Of
real
course.
shit.
And you have to eat real food.
Right.
I think that's the key.
You have to lift heavy. You have to sleep. And you have to do reps. You're not going to get a physique. And you guys, everything's on the internet. You guys could look like Mr. Olympia by the time you're 25.
Remember that book you loaned me a few years ago?
Yeah.
That it was like on like fucking old school computer paper. What the hell? That was awesome book, and it's on Amazon. Like you could, it's like
Underground
$700.
Steroid Handbook?
Yeah, Danny Duchesne,
Duchesne,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that
Was
book
that
is
a
incredible.
book that was like?
It's a small book.
It's the
like
first
that.
one ever put out.
I had a book like that fucking 20 years ago. I don't know what
You
the
probably
fuck
had
I did with
the World. You probably had by Bill Phillips. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's a few out, but this is
the
why
black
this.
cover, whatever. It was
Yeah,
just like
yeah, I have that.
Yeah, okay.
That's about late 80s. This one was actually
all about
early
steroids.
80s, the first one ever made, and it holds true to this day. It tells you how to eat on the back. He says, "Is it okay if some question was it okay if I eat a Big Mac?" He goes, "What's wrong is you need to eat at least 3." He goes, "To be able to grow, you got to eat, and you got to eat protein in the form of nitrogen in the form of protein-containing foods. You have to eat certain white carbs. You have to eat certain
So
fats."
Big Macs are good.
Yeah, baby, eat 6 of them.
You hear that, Jason?
Let's go eat Big Mac.
Of course.
bulking
He's
up.
loving this shit.
Lee Priest claims he never took anything in the off-season.
What about donuts?
Lee Priest ate all that shit. He ate pizza. He liked all your sugary cereals, chocolate milk, KFC. He was a big fan
Yay! Let's go eat.
of. He lifted heavy.
Now
He
you like the
said
guy, right?
there was no reason for him to take anything in the off-season.
All out or nothing.
He just took stuff during pre-contest, minimal amounts, just to keep his muscle while he dieted.
You sure about that?
I kind of believe him to a point.
Okay.
You loaned me another book a
Blasting
while ago
cruise.
as well. It talked about the individual sports, but it hid the people's names. You knew who it was.
Yeah.
The Olympic runners and all
Yeah.
the drugs they would take and the
It's obvious.
powerlifters. That was I don't remember the name of the book,
It's
but that was
obvious.
really good. They kind
What's
of
the name of the book?
I know a bunch of books I can't remember.
they went over all the different athletes, but mostly throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Olympic runners, swimmers.
Would Arnold
everyone.
Schwarzenegger be Arnold Schwarzenegger without Diana Ball? No.
Hell
Lou
no.
Ferrigno? No.
None of them.
Lau Alzado? No.
James Harrison.
I think he's natural.
Is he still playing, or is he?
For some reason, he's not activated for the games because T.J. Watt is awesome. But my prediction is T.J. Watt's going to be hurt like his brother, and Harrison could be 45
And still playing.
That pisses me off. He isn't in there. He's not as good as he is on pass coverage, but when you're in the third quarter and those offensive tackles are winded,
You need to bring in a guy
T.J.
like
Watt's
that,
winded.
yeah.
You bring in a fresh Harrison, he's going to get to the quarterback. He's going to have to break. I hope they activate him for the New England game. He notoriously does good against the Patriots.
He should go into
And I hate to see
bodybuilding.
him being activated. Yeah, I just hate to see it.
So he's your favorite Steeler, obviously.
Pretty close to of all time, yeah.
That's saying a lot. There have been a lot of great Steeler defensive
Because
players.
he's fearless, challenge anybody in a fight, including teammates. His strength, what he does for his workouts, is just phenomenal. What his kids do too, and he threw away the participation trophies.
I remember that. It was on one of those.
And he
social
makes them
media things.
train.
You guys will have a win next week. You're playing fucking at Cincinnati.
Miami's going to
Monday
get
night.
crushed next Monday night.
Who are they playing?
They're not playing Monday night.
Next Monday night.
No.
Carolina.
Monday, December 4th, Pittsburgh's playing at
Talking
Cincinnati.
about the Dolphins.
What, week 14?
Yeah, they got the Panthers at
That's
Monday
2
night.
weeks.
Cam. Is that Cam Newton or no?
No, we have
No.
the Patriots.
He's a crying little baby.
He is. He's talented, but he does pitching. I think
He
he did
could be
after
so much better,
After he
man.
lost the Super Bowl, what he pulled.
He's too worried
By
about
not
being.
talking,
He's
that's
too
why.
worried about being flashy
Yeah.
and
Or
put
that
on a
Gatorade
little fucking
thing, yeah.
cheerleading performance.
He's a cookie
If he just
cutter.
focused on the fucking game,
He'd be good.
He would.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dale's got
Fucking
Cam Newton
great.
posters in his kitchen.
He sells so many fucking passes and
yeah.
shit. See, he's very inaccurate. I mean, he could be so much fucking better.
He's no Roger Staubach.
But he doesn't have much.
What do you think
The
Roger
tight end,
Staubach
he's
would
hurt.
do if a teammate tried to kneel down as being an ex-Navy veteran?
Probably nothing nowadays. He'd probably be
Well,
suspended.
that's the problem. That's the problem. Trump's the only one that speaks up, doesn't give a fuck.
That is true.
Doesn't care about being popular. All those protesters, every time he comes down, he's running by and laughing. Like, that bothers him?
He doesn't give a shit.
Shit. That's the least he's got jeered in his
Most
life.
of those
He's already
protesters are
proven he'll
paid
do what he
anyway.
wants. I mean, his whole life, right?
I'm glad he's doing what he wants.
And you know who's going to be running in 2020, don't you?
Chelsea Clinton or Michelle Obama?
Bingo. You
Stop
said
it.
No.
Oh, then
and,
he's
and
winning,
I
he's
need
winning
you to do
again.
some research because
He'll be
there.
8-year president.
Have you read the? I guess you call them conspiracy theories of Michelle Obama being a tranny.
I think it's true.
I've seen. Have you ever?
Well, there are also rumors about Barack Obama being
have-
gay.
Well, there was an
That's
old
true.
lover of his.
Well, I thought
supposedly.
Hillary Clinton was a dyke, too.
That's true.
But there's a video of her when she was on Ellen DeGeneres' show, and she's dancing, and you see something down there flopping around.
No shit.
That looks like a fucking cock. It does not. I mean, unless she's carrying a gun or something. You know, what the fuck is that down there flopping around like a cock? I mean, it's there. You can see the videos.
Yeah,
It's
the
out
one
there.
kid. The one kid looks like.
But the thing is,
neither of
too,
them.
they did her proportions of what they should be, and she has the proportions of a man. I'm not saying all this. There's stuff out there that you
Good for
cannot
breeding
deny.
purposes, right, Leonard?
Who?
Michelle Obama.
I'd breed her.
I know you would.
If you could.
Especially now that you think she's a tranny.
No, I'm wondering if she. I mean, there's a conspiracy theory on it. I was wondering if anyone knows
That's
anything.
were you fucking Alex Jones.
Nah, I was all over. Like normal people online on YouTube have their. They put the videos together, not anybody else. And then he picked up on it and put it on his show. But
Oh, it was him? I was just guessing.
no, of course he's the master.
I want to look for this video on my phone. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just say Michelle Obama,
Swinging dick.
tranny Ellen DeGeneres or something.
Hold on, let me take a look.
And you can see it because it's I don't know.
I've seen others too, like bulges in her and stuff.
It's like the Vegas shooting. That was all bullshit too.
You think so?
No, the narrative we're getting is horse shit. I do have a degree in audio recording and engineering, and when you listen to, there's multiple videos that people with cell phones have come up with, and you can clearly hear Army vets, Navy guys, Navy SEALs. You can clearly hear a belt-fed machine gun in the background, and as that's going, you hear other guns going. It's most likely a suppressed.
You sure that's not
AR-15.
echoing?
No, it would. If it echoed, it would not echo at a different rate of fire. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, and there's other shit too. You can literally see a helicopter up in the fucking air with muzzle flashes.
There was 2 windows that were shot out too.
So, here's the thing. You guys were in Vegas. I was in Vegas back in 2003. It's the most surveilled city in the world. Cameras everywhere. You can't take a shit without it being on camera. Where are all the videos of this fucking
None.
guy with the guns?
None.
No, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but
They're not releasing
what
them.
they're feeding
The hotel's
people.
not releasing any of that
Well, what
shit.
they're feeding the people is bullshit. And they've already been caught 3 times changing the narrative. But what happened, nobody's ever going to find out. It's like, that's another thing. Have you read any of the JFK released files that came out? And this is why conspiracy theories run rampant.
Right.
Like they had.
Because there's a lot of conspiracies.
Well, the CIA is as bad as it gets. It was called Operation Mongoose, and they wanted to have false flag attacks. They were going to have them in Miami, in possibly other cities in Florida, and in D.C. And they were going to blame it on Castro because they wanted to invade. They planned they were going to have over 250,000 troops to invade. I mean, this is all from the CIA files. This is not made up
I
shit.
believe that shit. Oh yeah.
And then there was another one that just came, another thing coming out. They were going to try to acquire Russian aircraft and try to have some type of incidents at installations either in the United States or around the world to provoke some type of thing with Russia. And this is not like made up shit. This is their own paperwork. It's just other things that came out as well. It didn't come out in these leaks, but it was called the MK Ultra program, and it was the CIA in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. They were doing mind control experiments on people with drugs and other things to try and create like a Manchurian candidate. And you know who one of the people were that they experimented on? It's proven.
Richard.
Yeah, Richard. No, fucking.
He talked about it.
Ted Kaczynski. The Unabomber. He became the Unabomber.
Remember when Richard was telling that story when he was like 18? He signed up to go test her for some new medicine.
It might have been it. It might have been it. But I mean, the CIA. There's the guy. You can go check him out. His name's Kevin Shipp. SHIPP. He's a whistleblower. And this is how all this shit's been coming out the last 5 years. Guy was a big-time guy in the CIA talking about the shadow government and the deep
Somebody's
state.
always going to talk, man.
But the thing is, the shit they talk about, it's just, and then you wonder why you don't trust anything the government says.
No, fuck no.
And and what they do, they call it a conspiracy to shut down anyone talking. Even the JFK murder, he was shot through the fucking throat from the front. The fucking attorney general came out in these papers as well. The surgeon general at the time, and FBI and CIA members said that he was shot through the front. And it's totally, people have just been so lied to for so many years. And call it what you want, but there's facts. You can clearly read them.
Well, they hide a lot of shit because if we knew what really went on, there'd be riots in the fucking streets.
If the people truly knew what was going on.
Why do you think there's so much shit on TV? That's to distract.
Absolutely.
They don't want you to know what the fuck's going on.
I think
they don't want you to know shit.
Well, I've read about and did some study on ideological subversion and active measures that the Russians did in the Soviet Union at the time. There's books on it, and then there's actually video by he was one of the highest ranking KGB guys to escape Russia. His name's Yuri Bezmenov. You can watch his videos. He fucking lays out basically since the fucking 50s, 60s, 70s that they've been demoralizing our children, the public, and we're so into the demoralization process that there's no going back. That's why you get the far left. They're literally communists, and you cannot provide facts, videos, documents, papers. They will not believe anything, and they're gone. You can't bring them back. And it's incredible. It's there's books on it too that I've read. But
yes, I saw that what you had me do. It's all planned, been mapped out. My father used to refer that to a lot. He used to say that's the communist plot.
Yeah, there is
devaluing our nutritional system, our educational system.
It comes under world government.
Rock and roll, the big hubbub over all that BS that happened. Oh, the Beatles! Wow. Degeneracy and the peace movement.
Cultural Marxism. That cultural Marxism, I think I told you, if you look into the Frankfurt School over in Germany, a lot of the communists that Hitler was against, they fled. Obviously, they didn't want to get butchered. But where did they land? They were total, complete communists in Columbia University. Read about it. They took Marxism to the new level, and that's what cultural Marxism is. You attack all of the
economically.
You attack the family, religion,
illiterates with no education.
And the goal is to eventually
skills of an ape making the same pay level as we do, and being placed there simply because they are such an ape-like moron. I don't get that. That's a good way to destroy a country.
Affirmative action.
That's destroying this country.
How about hiring who's most qualified?
Exactly. Merit
that doesn't happen anymore.
No, you're right.
Now you got women's. You can't even look at a woman wrong now. She make some kind of difficulty in your life. That's the worst part of it all.
Feminism shit.
Yeah, feminists have teamed up with the radical Islamists.
How do you
it's unbelievable.
Go about finding a wife or a mate? You approached her, and then now they call that stalking. How else are you going to do it?
You're in trouble.
No one's
You're upset you can't be stalking women anymore.
They call it stalking. I call it courtship. Give a girl a call like Jason does. Send her some flowers.
That's why they.
We got a restraining order. He was over here. He got a restraining order.
You ruined it for all of us. You fucking creep.
I never had a girl accuse me of anything sexual ever that I can remember because it never happened.
All right.
Someone will accuse you in the news now. Big Lenny from the Misfits accused by a girl 25 years ago.
You go after the chicks that don't get any attention, so they don't give a shit. They want you to sexually harass them.
Wait until the whole pedophilia thing comes out in Hollywood.
Oh, forget it.
That's the next shoe to drop.
Anyway, that'll be legal in 10, 20 years anyway.
Probably. I think you guys talked about that.
You fucking idiot.
No,
you agreed to
it.
it.
It's going to be. I guarantee you it.
You got to read.
It's not going to be legal.
No, Brad.
Yes, it will.
You got to read what they write. There are far left, like Salon, it's a website. They had a fucking pedophile write a fucking article about how his sickness of pedophilia should be accepted. So this
is like being transgender.
Yes, that is not the general public is not going to fall for it, but there are people on that side that believe that should be. It's going on. You learn. You should just read what they
believe
write.
It's beneficial for the underage person
Hollywood,
as well as the adult.
All the children actors in Hollywood, most of them are fucking hit on, and look at Kevin Spacey, all that shit. It's just
those rich people. They've been through women, men, trannies. What's the next step? Children. That's the only thing that gets them off anymore. That's what porn addiction can lead to, young maniacs. And when you tell me you're looking at porno now, that's what that leads to.
Being a pedophile?
Absolutely, without question.
Yuck.
Because you've done everything else, so
That's the way the mind works. It's like with drugs.
maybe that's the way your
They
mind
call marijuana a
works.
gateway drug. I'm presenting facts, Brad. I'm not just
Marijuana is not a gateway
off the cuff.
drug.
It is a
Alcohol,
gateway
tobacco.
drug.
If you're
All
willing,
of
if
those
you're
are.
cigarettes is first, because you'll smoke
Anyway.
a cigarette before you smoke weed.
Well, anything you use to change your state of mind is a gateway drug. And gateway drugs, people usually, it progresses. Your sexual tastes have changed. Your fantasies have changed, I'm sure. All of us have.
But with
They were made in their core, but sometimes it can branch off a little
with
bit.
drugs, I think it's
I mean,
if you
I'll
have an
never become a
addictive,
pedophile,
if you have
I
an
can tell you
addictive
that. It should be
personality is the
executed
problem.
on the spot.
You know, you can't
You will
stop.
be proclaimed a hero, an American hero, like Obama proclaimed homosexuality and transgenderism. They called them out as American heroes and people with courage. That, 10, 20 years, is what they'll be calling
Yeah,
pedophiles.
fucking Bruce.
I said it
Bruce
here.
Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
What
I
a
said it
fucking
now.
joke
But
that
think
is.
about it. When did all this
He
transgender
wins- he
shit
won
come out?
something-
When
Woman of
Obama
the
was
Year
in
or
office.
something. He got woman
You
of
think
the
maybe
fucking
Michelle
year.
was pushing that fucking agenda?
Because she is one.
But
Maybe.
he got woman of the fucking year, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or some
No,
bullshit
at
award.
the,
Bruce
at
Jenner.
the ESPYs. At
I'm
the
not calling
ESPYs,
him.
he got person of
his
the
name
year.
is
sportsman.
Caitlin. His name is
Sportsman of the year or whatever.
I'm not calling him Caitlin. It's Bruce.
One of the greatest athletes of our time.
Actually, a
and he's
Diana
fucking
Ball
weirdo.
user. He claimed he
He has
won
a
a
cock-
decathlon
he has
under
a
the
cock
influence
and
of
balls, right?
Diana
Does he
Ball.
still have it?
I don't know, Matt. Does he still have a cock and balls? How can he be
I
woman of
don't
the
know.
year? Shows you how fucking stupid that side of the country is.
Yeah,
They're retards.
I don't know,
Fucking
man.
Hollywood wackos.
Hollywood needs to
The
be
woman of
fucking.
the year is
They
a
need to have
woman
an
that-
It is
earthquake over
sick.
there.
The woman
What's
that
happening?
provides
Do you remember that
clean-
Tool song, Anima?
How could that even be like? It's fine if that's what he wants to do, but you don't give him a fucking woman.
I don't care what anybody
What are
does.
you trying to do?
But why do you have to promote the shit and then everybody's
It's
got
like
to
a
bend to your
fucking.
fucking
It's like
will
a fucking joke.
on it? Yeah, it's
You
just
watch it like, am I
That's
really
the
watching
communist
this?
plot that they warned about and make a mockery of everything.
not too far off. It's pretty
Make
right.
a kid say to himself, "Why do I want to have this be a president? Why would I want to be this? Look at the piece of shit that's in it. You know, why would I want to be that?"
Who would want that fucking job except a
I would.
narcissistic fucking asshole?
Trump is a narcissist, but I mean,
All of them are. You, how the fuck?
Well,
do you
most
wanna
of-
be a who would want to be the
You know,
president?
well, the thing is,
President?
when you
Jimmy
look at
Carter was.
Obama, though, you look at Obama, the guy was completely and utterly unqualified to be president. I mean, what did he ever run in his life?
He didn't do a bad job.
What did he ever run
He
in
did
his
a
life?
horrible job that we're suffering for probably the next 100
How
years.
are you suffering?
He debased the military.
Correct.
There's been more domestic shooting incidents ever under him, supposedly.
He will go down as the great divider because that's all he did. He
The
put
race riots.
Man
and he
against
put
woman.
put the fire and the flames on.
black against white.
Creating
rich against poor.
ISIS, causing those scum, getting rid of Gaddafi,
Absolutely. Keep going. You're right. Keep it
Assad, allowing that to
Gaddafi's
go
warned.
on.
Well,
that's a-
Saddam. Yeah,
Declaring a homosexual as a
Gaddafi
great
didn't give a
American.
flying shit about the
Yeah,
United
but
States.
Gaddafi kept those people in line.
Correct. He kept them all under his thumb.
And
He
you
didn't
know,
care
you know
about the
why they
United
killed
States.
Gaddafi? One of the reasons, he was sitting on a ton of gold, wanted to have his own currency, and the bankers said, not gonna happen, buddy. That's why they fucking killed him. You can read about all the bullshit of why they took him out. I mean, Hillary had him killed.
Yeah, but if you didn't pay attention to any of this shit, like never watched
Well, that's-
none of it,
that's
you would
the-
not even
Well,
notice
that's
anything
how
changing
they
in your life.
That's how they get away with everything because there's not enough
Precisely.
light shined on it.
They want you to think you're temporarily you're doing good, while the value of dollar's going down. You know, you're still in your job, but you're not getting ahead like you should. Our lifestyle should be so much better than what it is now. You shouldn't have a problem if you're a good worker finding a good job and being productive. I'm not allowed to even be productive anymore. I'm making somebody else look bad
Do
because
you,
they're
ever get,
lazy.
do you ever get raises?
Lousy raises, no performance raise. I'll get the same raise as a person that comes in and says, "I don't care. I'm not lifting this. I'm not killing myself," which those people, and I use that term loosely, say every day. I never complained in my life. I don't talk to them. I just go in and work because people, what are you not talking? I said, what is there to talk about? And I don't tell them this, but what the hell am I going to learn talking from you? All you do is complain. You're a lazy, junk food eating, gossiping, physical, mental pieces of garbage is what you are. Tattletales and spread false rumors about people.
Do you get a pension from that job?
The 401k, no, I never took it. I should have, but
What?
no,
Why wouldn't you take it?
I didn't. Because every other cookie cutter does.
Well, that's the next thing
What's
you're
that
coming
about
for.
being
It's about taking care of yourself when you're older, man.
I got to keep working when you're older. I don't want any
You're gonna work.
crutches.
So you're gonna work till you're dead.
That's what I'm-
Basically, yeah. You're gonna have to.
Hi, my name is Lenny. I'm still
Well,
working.
unless I can get into something more lucrative where I can do which is more beneficial to society, but I believe I should work till I'm dead.
Wow. All right. Hey. Good luck.
How to stay in shape, not only physically. I'll work some punk. I want to be 120 years old.
That hospital,
That sounds
the
20-year-old.
hospital will still be there, though. I give you that.
Oh, I
Trauma hospital, it's got to be.
I'll be making too much money, more than minimum wage, so I have to get rid of me. But whatever comes first.
So they mandatory give you raises.
Lousy, across the board, communist type raises. Say 2%.
Ooh, brutal.
Which is why people don't give any outputs. I used to give performance
that's why it's
raises
important
back when
to
I was
get-
a supervisor.
That's why it's important to get a union job.
In a way, too, that
Yeah, but
doesn't
you know,
last.
see what's happening though. Once again, Dallas, Chicago, the pensions they're coming after your pensions, boy. It's coming because they got it's all unfunded. They have no idea how they're going to pay these pensions, and it's coming. I don't know. Your pension is it federal or okay? So that's different. But if you have a state pension, whoo, like there are states that are so fucked with unfunded liabilities like
We
that,
also have
and
a thrift savings too.
so you should be okay. But the states that are bankrupt, mostly
Which
the
is
big
like a
communist-run
401k.
ones, they're coming for your fucking pension at some point. Not you, because you're federal. You'll be safer. You'll get a bailout somehow. That's the name of the game.
I don't worry about things like that, Brad. I worry about eternity.
Living for eternity.
Yeah, well, you don't have any kids either, so who gives a shit?
Well, I will.
When you're 80.
You will. You say that so matter of
I'm
fact.
80 years old.
Which one of the maniacs wants to get impregnated by Leonard? You got to be at least what? How tall? How big? Give sizes. So
Wide shoulders, thin waist, large hips, good skin, healthy eating, athletic background.
how tall does she have to be?
Preferably 6 foot or more.
You're going for the super race.
The super race, baby.
How old was you?
And my
after
buddy
Skype?
Carlos from Kingston called. He's going to hook me up with some Amazon, so she could be mixed. It's fine with me.
From Jamaica?
Yes, because there's a lot of Amazons he knows. He's talking about he has the gyms outside where the guys will get rained on. They'll train in cement blocks.
Let's make a trip to Jamaica.
He's wanted to pay for us to go.
Get your
he said he'll
passport.
pay for everything. He's got money. He's going to come to Orlando around the holidays. He'll give me a call, but
Get your passport.
he said it's relatively safe. I've heard otherwise, but
Well, if we go with
he says never been an attack on a tourist.
I highly doubt that.
What about a Viking superwoman from Sweden or something?
Sure.
Like a 6 foot tall Viking, like a Valkyrie chick.
Yeah, 6 foot tall.
Because they breed them big over there. They're in the Netherlands.
They're a little far from us, though.
Well, the one guy in the gym, Chris,
Jamaica's
is married
close.
to a
Jamaica's what, a
big
2 hour?
blonde chick. Black dude, his wife's some big tall blonde woman.
Yes.
Chris, nice guy.
Yeah, Chicago.
She's a Viking chick.
Yeah, you would know.
Yeah, he's always got his Cubs hat on.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Big dude,
Okay,
pretty big
yeah, he's all right.
So, all right, that's what you're
That's
going
what Carlos said, one of the guys that called.
Jamaica.
I'm still getting more calls, actually.
Jamaica's like a 2.5 hour flight.
Nah,
He invited us. He invited us.
I've never been. I'd like to go
He
there.
invited us, Carlos. Nice kid. I had a long talk with him. He saw the number as well.
They make good oxtail. You ever have oxtail?
The Haitians make good oxtail, too. I want some Jamaican Amazon tail, too. Been there and done that. Like it.
Well, then she'll probably need a
Except some of them are
green. So you'll just get one to bring back. Give a green card and impregnate her. Maybe she'll clean your shit.
Lenny,
off
we
for
should
you.
put you and Jason on the TV show 90 Day Fiance.
good idea.
Both you guys.
Yeah.
Get both you guys.
Maniacs, get on that.
That's what I want. Yeah, Misfit Maniacs.
Apply Lenny and Jason. to that
Jason
show.
and Lenny, both on a TV show 90 Day Fiance. Make it happen.
Fiance.
Both of them.
Jason, what would your ideal woman be?
English.
Why, the Mary Poppins look?
Mary Poppins. Look, that's it.
I heard they're the kinkiest people on the planet, according to a survey.
Yeah.
I'd have to say Germans.
Is that a Freudian slip, Mark?
No, I'm just saying
You're
Germans.
watching German
Yeah, they're all nuts, man.
German porn.
All the
They
craziest
like
people
their
are German.
scat porn. Over
You watch
there.
porn, you hear them speaking German. So you're like,
Latinas are the best.
Puerto Ricans are nice.
Well, you got them coming in.
Fucking crazy.
You got them coming in
Latin.
boatloads.
Yeah.
Thanks to that phony hurricane fiasco.
Phony. It was
Here
a
they
real
come.
hurricane. Actually, they're all going to Orlando. There's a big
really?
Puerto Rican population
up there
outside
is
of
big,
Orlando. Yeah.
I got family up there. I go up there quite a bit.
That's
They're
it.
just
Jason,
moving in there.
Puerto Rican chick. She'll fucking stab you in your
they're
sleep.
crazy.
Isn't that crazy? She'll stab me. Jason Genova dies by Puerto Rican chick.
Keep the fucking sharp objects away.
Dies somewhere. She puts drugs in my drink and dope.
Jay Masters, if you're watching, when I ask you the
Watching, we're
question,
not filming it. Dope.
what is your ideal woman? Call in.
Jay likes to tie tranny boys.
1, 2, 3. Let's all say go blue. This is for you, Jay. Go blue.
Ohio State.
Fuck blue. No, they're whatever.
You need a quarterback instead
That's
of
it. Yeah. Although that kid could have played better the other day, but what are you gonna do?
Now is Miami still in it because Alabama lost? Like for the national?
Miami's got to play Clemson.
And then that will determine if they get a top, spot in the playoff.
Yeah. If they lose, they're gonna play in the Orange Bowl, probably against Georgia, unless Georgia wins.
Do you go see them play?
I think it's on New Year's Eve. The Orange Bowl. I'd go.
$500 a tick.
You think it's that much?
Probably.
Yeah, if it's that much, they can
Fuck
fuck off.
them.
That's too
Fuck off.
expensive for a fucking game.
I got a nice TV at home, man.
Exactly. You don't have to
I
do
got my
all
own.
the idiots.
I got my own bar, my own shitter. I'm comfortable.
You
there.
see a lot of the games, especially in the shitty teams, like all fucking half empty
When
now.
we were
man.
younger, we used to like going to games because we didn't have fucking TVs like this.
Yeah.
Now you got these fucking TVs.
Sound system, everything.
Be miserable going to a game. I don't see the point being
It's
on the
so
cookie
uncomfortable.
cutter. Yeah.
You start drinking a little bit, then you break the seal. You take one piss, you have to keep.
Then you're
getting up to
standing
go
in
piss.
line taking a piss.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to a baseball game because it's more for the atmosphere.
I fucking hate it. When I was a kid, we used to go to the Orange Bowl, and they had
Those seats were so fucking hard.
And they had those metal troughs in the men's room.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm a little kid. I'm sitting there standing on my tiptoes trying to.
and you fell in the trough and you started swimming.
And you're fucking standing in an inch of piss. It was disgusting. That place was it was a great stadium to watch a game, but it was.
I went down there a few times when I was a kid. Remember, you drive through Liberty City.
Yeah, it's right there in
And
the
you
little
fucking
event. It's
click
still there.
the
That's
little
where
locks.
that's where
Is
the
that-
Marlins Stadium is.
Oh, okay.
It's right on that, right there.
I haven't
Never
been
eat
down there.
anything off a stick. And when they tell you, oh, no blocky, $10, no block, you park in the
Yeah.
grass, you come out and you're fucking 10 cars deep. But now they have parking garages and shit. That's Marlins Park.
Can you take the train to Marlins Park?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to
That'd
there.
probably be the best way to do it.
Nah, it's not a bad drive. It costs more to park than to go one of those games. We'll see how it does with Jeter. Though.
You see, they broke ground on the Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Finally.
Where's that going to be near? Like, is it off of,
The
like,
south-
far off from the strip, or is it?
South of Mandalay Bay, actually.
That's a stupid.
We
It's
drove
it's still on the
past
strip.
it. We drove
Yeah,
past
it's
a
right.
lot,
It's right
yeah.
at the.
So it's gonna be close
south
to the
edge.
strip?
Yeah. It's gonna take 2 years to build, though.
So how many more years do they have in Oakland? 2 or 3?
Yeah, at least.
2019.
Because they have their lease that they have to. I guess they have to finish their lease if that's the Coliseum.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They shouldn't have moved there.
2 LA teams. Then.
Fucking stupid. I mean, LA's failed at having teams. How many fucking times? And you send 2 more there. Wonderful.
Yeah.
No one's going to the games. Fucking even the Rams, even though they're playing
They're both
well,
good. Well, San Diego's got a shot too.
Yeah, they're playing
Because
good.
Kansas City's just
tanked.
doing what they do every fucking year.
They look so
They look
good.
great, and then all of a sudden,
And Andy Reid's a good coach. Doesn't make sense. It might be time for a QB change.
yeah, he's not that great.
But he's still making about $20 million.
Jay Cutler's making 10, sitting on the fucking sideline.
And Kid Moore's better. He's a better player.
Yeah, but not much.
Yeah.
He can come into a game, but he can't start a
Solid.
game. He can't play a whole fucking game. It's all right. Just another bullshit season. That's why I do fantasy football, to keep me interested.
Well, the Dolphins are like my Mets in baseball. They're just out of it after the first fucking game. The season's over.
You could tell. Yeah,
It's just poorly run. Everything good. It starts from the top.
they've missed on so many guys
Yes,
over the
yeah.
last years. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, cat likes it.
Oh, he came out to see you.
Yeah. I think he's licking Jason's toes.
Was he licking your disgusting?
The nail? Is he licking the toenail?
It's like, go cut that fucking thing, you animal.
I got him cleaned, tailored a couple months ago before my show.
Tailored? A couple months ago. I got him cleaned and tailored a couple months ago.
That's what a normal person would call a pedicure.
I got a pedicure.
I hope you tipped that broad a lot of fucking money. Did she throw up on your feet?
No, she was Asian.
Was she speaking to somebody the whole time about
Probably.
what a disgusting animal you are?
Yeah. And
You know what they need to fucking make? They need to make, if they haven't already, do they have an app that's like a translator? Like if you put it on speaker and somebody's speaking in a different language, you can put the phone right next to them, and then if in your earbud it says it in English.
They have Google Translate where you could say something in there and it will say it in another language, but I don't think it will pick like a running conversation up into. I don't know. But yeah, I've tried it before.
We should create that
I
app.
had people working on my roof, and they
I
none
asked
of
Matt
them
about that.
spoke. None of them spoke English.
I just gave away a good app. Somebody's gonna make $1 billion fucking dollars. I don't know. That is big money too. Creating
hell
apps.
Yeah. Fucking all these douchebags in Silicon Valley. That's
These
all they
little
do.
fucking nerds.
Yeah. Some bullshit thing that only exists in cyberspace.
Yeah, because
They
now
sell
there's
it
an app for everything.
$200 That's gonna be real good when the power fucking goes out. See ya. It's like with Bitcoin. What do you do when the power
Your
goes
satellite goes down. It's amazing the shit you can do on these phones, oh man.
out? Little fucking computers. That's all they
Leonard
are.
had a smartphone for what, a month?
What happened?
About 6 months. Well, I kept going over the.
Porn.
Yeah, it froze up and.
The porn limit.
The viruses on your shit's probably
Although
so
I did
bad.
get to leave messages on Christina Broccolini's team Facebook that are here to this day.
Is she still active in the business?
Yeah, do you know that it's her actual Facebook?
Yeah, it's the official. Yeah, I left some
So
messages.
what if
in
it's her
November
picture?
2 years
Anybody
ago.
can create
No,
a
it's one
fake
2 years
one.
ago. It's the messages are still up there if you want to see them. Team Christina Broccolini Facebook.
I've seen your message on there.
Many messages,
Yeah.
honey.
You need to find out who her agent is.
I was able to do that on the
That's
phone.
when you scared her away. What did you
No, they were
fucking
great
write on there?
messages.
Like what? Great to
Go
you.
look for yourself. It's on there.
No, I want to hear what you said.
I think the profile says Lenny person, but it's just like a blank thumbnail picture. It's so creepy.
No, it's not a picture. It was just.
No, I'm saying but you don't have a profile picture
Right.
for your Facebook, so it's just one of those gray silhouettes.
Which probably better than his fucking actual face, but
Like,
But the
who has a
messages-
Facebook page with
I think
no
the messages
picture?
really touched her because they were sincere.
oh my god. What the fuck did you write on her
One
Facebook?
picture I wrote,
Oh,
the
Jesus.
joy I feel when looking at this photo brings tear to my eyes. Big Lenny. They show
You're as bad as Jason. Jesus Christ. What else?
another one.
How many did you do, Leonard?
Christina, you are the queen of the universe.
That was actually you doing it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Christina, you are stunningly gorgeous, and you have an aura of compassion that brings warmth to my soul. Big Lenny.
Actually, maybe you shouldn't meet her because she may
Exactly.
not.
He already fucked it up for himself. I didn't know you did all that.
She may not reach your goals.
Jesus Christ,
And then it'll be a
Leonard.
big letdown.
That's how you scare these broads away. You can't fucking...
I just leaving some
Like this
messages,
one.
sincere messages 2 years ago.
It comes off as very creepy, though. You don't see that.
It's not. She
Yeah,
understands
but-
where I'm coming from. I know it.
And if she saw you...
She smacked you, probably.
She
No,
does.
she'd fucking run the other way.
She does. That's what she does. No one ever did that before. It's like,
I'm very curious to see.
And I
if
never
she's
felt like that
watched any of
before.
his videos.
She has to have. There's no way. There's no
Someone
way she
like her family or a friend
I could see,
had
I think she
seen
teaches
it.
courses. I think some of her students, they probably tease her family members. Hey, did you see what Big Lenny said about you today or this and that?
You really think so?
I'm sure that goes on at the very least. Because
I'm
she's on
curious to find
she's
out.
on a lot of trips on the plane. She looks, and according to she was active on one of her sites. I just couldn't get a hold of her. She does respond, apparently, or she did.
But her looks, she doesn't really stand out, though.
It's not to me she does.
No, to you would recognize her, but most people that hear us even talking about her wouldn't be able to pick her out of a lineup. If you lined up a bunch of girls that were similar looking, exactly.
Well, that's where the spirituality comes into
So
play.
how do you know people have recognized her and said Big Lenny? If she's,
Well, they know about it. Like people that watch the site and stuff. It's not. I'll see her one day and at eternity. Both.
And the return.
I think our meeting is going to coincide with something very important. Maybe a mutual project, film project. Who knows?
hey, I don't think she does anything else, right?
I'm not really sure what she's doing.
I think you would know.
That
If
Christopher
anybody would
Brune,
know.
he sent me the last thing she was doing, that show from Milan, Italy. That was the most recent, about a year or two ago. But that's on Canadian Spanish television. Latin television, rather. But it's from Italy.
Does she live in Italy now? Is that where
She
she's
goes
living?
all over the world, but it was in Milan where she did a show about the city, the artwork, the customs, the restaurants. It's called Milan
I think you would have
Alanaise.
met her already by now with all this. How many years you've been talking about it?
Well,
I mean,
it's,
it would've-
it's
I
not
think
like
it would have happened already.
No, what'll happen
think
at
so.
the right time. I thought it was going to happen at that gym one day, August 1st, 2016.
Yeah, we know all about it.
But that's all right. Things happen for a
August
reason.
to make it
1st,
happen.
2016, it was closed. It's already closed.
Yeah, you think
2015.
2015.
the day you thought he was going to meet her.
What a letdown.
No, actually, the anticipation, I was picturing a big SUV or two, like a fleet coming in.
Oh my God! She's not a fucking real movie
like
star.
a motorcade.
She's
Probably a
not
moped.
Yeah, exactly. She'd roll up on a fucking moped.
No, she's better than one.
She's better than
Better
a
than any
moped.
movie
I thought
star.
none of that shit mattered.
She's better than any movie star.
Except Natalie Portman.
Oh, shut up!
Is she
with
still
her.
alive?
Yeah, another one, just because she's in a Star Wars movie. Get the fuck out of here, stupid. Please. Yeah, Natalie Portman was going to come hang out with Jason for what, $3,000? You told us.
That was in the what gym?
Yeah.
Palm Beach gym. That's
Palm
a-
Beach gym,
Nonsense.
right.
He was so totally convinced that he could pay her $3,000 to come do a video with him.
It would be sick and epic.
You fucking guys, man.
We want our dream girls.
That's your dream girl?
Yeah.
All right. Just because she's in Star Wars.
Yeah. She's the queen of Naboo, my queen in dreaming.
Do you want to smoke a little? Maybe just get you straight?
The queen of Naboo.
Is that what you first saw her in the Star Wars movies?
Yeah.
She was a child actor, wasn't she first? Or some shit?
Yeah, she was in the movie The Professional.
That's right.
Great
yeah,
movie.
I do, yeah.
Great.
Dale's a
movie.
child bodybuilder.
You're such an ass.
Looking for different coaches and sponsorships, begging and pleading.
Please give me a sponsor.
How do you feel about Dale being sponsored by Blackstone? I don't think we ever did we ever ask you that?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna rub it in right now. I made more money off Blackstone Labs than any of these freaking cookie cutter fitness people on the
You're
planet.
referring to Dale as one of those cookie cutter fitness people.
Or any of them.
Any of them. More than any of them.
Including
There you
Dale.
go.
You know what? Believe it or not, I'm gonna say this. PJ claimed on one of his videos, you go look that to this kid that he shelled out. He must have shelled out $60,000 worth of free supplements to me over the years.
You hear that, Dale? You got a long way to go.
Yeah, you got a long way to go, brother.
Yeah, and for being what? A sack of shit. That's good. No, you wonder why people hate your ass.
It's sick. It's this.
How's the stuff that you got? I saw the video. It looks like you got a ton of stuff on
You
there.
can take 100 grams of any of their protein and not get any bloating whatsoever.
No shit.
It goes down smooth. It doesn't have that sugary, sweet taste. Nothing else like it. I pretend that liver cleaner's working wonders. That's pretty intense because it's got betaine in it and the torodeoxycholic acid, which is the greatest liver cleaner on earth. Yeah.
Do you take enzymes for digestion and shit like
No, I never really did, but I think your body will produce them. I do take a probiotic. I usually get the runs when I experimented with enzymes. And I experiment with everything at least once.
that? Just to see if it
I've been
works?
taking GABA, GABA, which is a neurotransmitter. I actually know that now. Just makes me like sort of relaxed but drowsy.
Like, hi.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, you've never really smoked weed. If you
I
did,
smoked it with some porch monkeys I worked with in 1990. They took me out to the hood. I came from Pittsburgh,
damn, we almost made it
Pennsylvania.
through a whole. We almost made it through.
First
a whole
week at work,
podcast
they
without
took
it.
me
We
to the
stayed
hood.
Jungle Bunny earlier.
They showed me where the street hookers were, and it was all over. Got some weed. The way they treated those street hookers, man, it was horrible.
Oh, how'd you like the feeling?
Nothing great. Nothing to write home about. None of this, wow, that was a great moment, like with ecstasy or something like that.
Oh, of course. Shit.
So, just don't see the point.
It's very good. Relaxing.
You take theanine, that'll relax you.
Theanine.
Yeah.
You still taking the Phenibut shit?
Yeah, I'll take it tomorrow, but I'm not on it now. I take it 3 or 4 days off a week. It only works good like that. Take less than a teaspoon now.
What was the things you used to use? Was it the Potion 9s?
Yeah, those were great.
The
Potion
Bliss
9s.
shots, too? Same
Yeah,
thing,
the
right?
Potion 9s were the best thing I ever took. It was a feeling
Better
of
than
GHB.
GHB?
Feeling of it, but you didn't pass out.
That's good.
It hits you nice in 15 to 30 minutes. I mean, totally horny. Nothing, not even ecstasy made you feel like that. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I remember
Pumped up.
down 3 of them at a time.
Oh, you get nuts on it
yeah.
sometimes. I get outrageously horny. Then towards the end of it was wearing off, you get pretty irritated and violent.
So
I
if
got
you,
into
so
it
if
with
you take
Walmart
that,
with
if
quite
you,
a few guys.
if you take that and Phenibut, you'd be ready to go tranny hunting, huh?
Oh, yeah. I remember I was coming out of Walmart. I used to ride my bike to Walmart here in Delray during peak hours, which is probably like 4 to 6. All those girls in there and stuff,
Yeah.
hood rats. I'd suck down 3 of those
Stand
Potion
Walmart.
9s. My stomach was pretty much empty. I just walk around the store hitting on everything in sight. And I remember walking around, my high was leaving. I'm sort of walking out of the store, and this guy, he thought he was, typical quick cutter type with a beard. It's a couple years ago. Had a girl on each arm, young guy. And it said some type of MM fighting school on his shirt, jacket on the head. And I looked, I shouted to him, "Hey, you got 2 of those girls. You're going to give me one?" And he looked at me like a dirty look. And I said, "Wipe that look off your face. We'll come here and wipe it off." And the girls are holding him back. Whatever, Sean, don't. And I said, "Come on, I'm right here. You bring me whatever you got, Mr. Fighter." And I just stand there. My shirt's off. I was like 380 pounds. Looking at him, not even budging my sandals. I said, "Let him go." He says, "He's not going to go anyway." He said, "You can let him go. He's not going anywhere." And I looked at him. He's like this and that. And I'm like, "Get in the car." Like, what are you going to do? Run me over with your car? You can't do nothing to me. Piece of garbage. He drove. They were like, "Don't hold him back." It's like, please, you don't have to do nothing.
So it's not good for you to be taking that shit.
Well, it's fun, but, I just took it at the mall. Challenge the cops.
Oh, Point
Okay,
Beach.
yeah, so
Yeah, you can get a little
never
bit.
mind that. We won't
You get the end of
we
it.
won't get you into that shit.
Well, you can. You should.
Yeah, the report was actually online.
No, I can't.
It was a
I
bogus
won't.
Is that a
report.
bullshit report?
There was some. They stressed
I'm not
the
going to be
truth.
responsible for you acting like that.
I was telling children, plural, that I loved them.
That doesn't sound like you.
Not only that, children.
That's what I'm saying.
I might have told a 17-year-old she was cute at worst. I only remember the one.
Sometimes it's hard to tell their age now, too, with the way this
Children
yeah,
means
man.
more
Way
than
these
one. And
kids dress.
makes you think little 3 and 4-year-olds. If it was so bad, I would have had serious charges, wouldn't I?
You were never even charged with anything, were you? They just brought you. They just
No, I
banned
was
you from the mall.
trespassing. I refused to leave when they told me to leave.
He
That's
just
what I
was
charged.
banned from the mall for what, life?
1 year.
Oh, that's it. That's,
And I said, "Wow," I told the guy.
the mall sucks anyway.
They had me my hands behind my back at 360 in the back of the car with no AC. That wasn't nice. Asking what my religion was.
You got nuts over at Mel Chauncey's thing, too. Remember that shit?
Not really.
At that restaurant? Yeah, you were shouting at people in the street.
I saw the video.
Watch the video,
Lenny.
Lenny.
You're out in the street yelling at people.
We kept them to get in the fucking car.
I think you threw a couple of back poses too. Show them the back.
What?
The cat is smelling me. Your cat is smelling me.
It probably smells that other cat's piss on you. What happened to your Twitch? How many donations did you get?
A couple.
Oh, yeah? How much?
Enough to buy some gas.
And what do? You just, play a game and they give you money?
You can do even talk shows too.
Oh, so you can do whatever the hell you want to.
You
on
can
it.
do
It's
this.
just not game
You can put
oriented.
this on. You can put this on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can make money doing it, go for it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, what else are you going to do? Sit around and jack off?
Yeah.
Do that on there.
No, don't tell him that.
Sorry. Never mind. Erase that.
He'll do it.
Jason, what do you think about when you jack off?
Oh, that's... Why would you want to know
Why-
what he
exactly.
fucking
The
thinks
viewers
about?
want to know, the maniacs.
Why would anybody want to
Beautiful
know
woman.
that?
Such as who?
Jesus.
Natalie Portman.
I don't want to fucking know what the hell you jerk off to.
I did it many a time, the Carla Dunlap photos in Flex and Muscle and Fitness. And I'm going to tell her once she's on the podcast.
You might get slapped.
I hope I do.
Entertaining.
That'd be kind of cool if you had her on. She's probably got some good stories about all those people
I
back
haven't
then.
seen her since she told me she would do it. Maybe that was her plan.
I'm never coming in that time again.
She moved to Fort Myers.
You moved to Fort Myers?
I'm just joking.
What are you doing? Did that cat put you in a trance, Leonard?
Yeah, they do lower my blood pressure.
That's so fucking weird.
My mother's cats, they're so fat. Ugh. Twice that size.
Lazy cats. Too much food.
Sleep, eat, don't move. Don't want to move.
I thought you were getting some kind of animal.
A dog.
When?
Next month,
What kind?
Are you?
maybe. Am I?
Why don't Dale run
kind?
through those woods with a deer costume on if you had any balls and let people shoot at him?
Cute dog.
Let's see how he likes it for meat.
Some of yours looks good.
Then I'll have some respect for you. How's that, Mr. Hunter?
Did you hear recently, it was a few days ago, some hunter shot and killed a woman because he thought she was a deer. I don't remember where it happened.
Well, that's
Did
a
you
nice
read that?
excuse. That's the first time I ever heard
Yeah, I
that.
remember it when I lived in Pittsburgh in the hood, in the Hill District. There's a black man that chopped up his mother-in-law saying he thought a giant raccoon was in the apartment building. That was his excuse to a cop.
Slaughtering.
Yeah.
These people must be delusionally high.
Probably.
Well, I can say for myself, Potion 9 is as mind-altering as anything else. And look at what could have possibly happened on many occasions. So I learned watching Ric Flair, don't drink. I don't drink, and I'm not going to.
He was a little overindulgent.
And he didn't go over his cocaine use, obviously, which he did, which I'm surprised. He should have come clean about that. You've seen that backstage footage online of one of the Great American Bashes, WCW in the
I think
80s.
I've seen that with Lex Luger.
Yeah,
and
Hulk.
Hawk. Yeah, they're all wired, man. It's
Coking it
insane.
up like crazy on video camera.
I think Sting was back
Hawk
there.
falling out of the chair.
Dusty Rhodes was back there.
Yeah.
That's pretty classic footage.
That's when wrestling was fun to watch, but we were also
Yeah.
younger and stupider
Yeah.
too.
Pretty much.
Because now you look back at it, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
They're not sincere. Like they said, Ric Flair, he believed the Nature Boy. Hogan didn't believe that stuff. It was just a gimmick. But Flair lived his gimmick to the T.
Well, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that's what was cool.
And the people like that, or some people, working stiffs, they hated him. Who's the guy that comes out of their own limousine, private jet, and paying all that for those robes. But yeah, the money to do it, $150,000 worth of robes.
Yeah, the fans used to fight with it. The Dusty Rhodes fans used to go after.
Yeah, I remember
Flair
when we
fans.
wrestled in Pittsburgh, we had 1,000 people follow that limo as soon as they came out of the garages because we knew where the wrestlers are going. They go in cars and go in these garages and they shut the door at the Civic Arena. This is a cold night in November. Thousands of us chasing Ric Flair's limo down the street at night.
That's what your calling was. You should have been a wrestler.
Well, yeah.
Did you ever tell them about the Sid Vicious and stuff?
Yeah.
You trained with?
Been to a wrestling school in Gulf Breeze, Florida. Sid Vicious stopped by for a few days. And we had a wrestler's dorm. There was only a few of us at the time. We had a black girl on us one time. She was fucking everybody. She wanted to be a manager at the time. She's all big and fat, though. And then the training facility had a gym and a wrestling ring right across the street on his property. It was only $1,500 for the school.
For
And you paid
how long?
2 weeks. You paid $10 a day for room, and he'd take you to the all you can eat on the weekend. He'd pay out of pocket, but we had a store around the corner. I took the Amtrak up. There was a few students in there at the time. But when Sid came by, he took a shower, and I had to clean up the bathroom. I had to clean like buckets of hair out of the drain. But he really roughed me up. He really laid into me good, which was good. Not as tough as Ric Flair. I saw his school. Him doing the fireman's carry and running up those stairs. Yeah, Vern Gagne was a tough guy.
Yeah.
I'd pass out.
Minnesota.
Yeah, no shit.
When he quit, he goes, tracks him down, punches him in the face. Your gas is coming back to school. Brutal. But that's what you had to do. It's not so much having to be tough. It's just how bad do you want this thing?
Yeah. So you had to do a lot more than 2 weeks of training.
It was rough. I mean, it was harder physically on me than football practice. I mean, taking bumps. First time I got blocked, I was over 300 pounds. I was fat at the time, but man, your whole body hurts. You can feel your kidneys and liver bouncing around in there when you get sling. It was like a real hard mat.
Yeah.
And he tried to break my fingers, Sid, when we were practicing.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, like probably wouldn't go near him, but he's giving me the shoulder, so I ran into him, gave him a shoulder. He gave me a shoulder, and he's like, come into me. And I'm running him as hard as I could. Come into me.
It's pretty cool.
Then when he body slammed me, he didn't tell me about tucking your chin to your chest. Went and bashed my head on the back of the
Knocked you out?
mat. Yeah, pretty close. Had a concussion the whole, I don't remember. I remember he's looking at me because he thought I was going to take something and maybe hit him in the head with it, like a bar. We were lifting afterwards. We were doing push downs and stuff. Dumbbell curls. He wanted a quick workout because he was injured. He's going to get back into WCW.
How great would that have been?
I used to
if
be
that
a
was
giant. Drinking out of my water gallon, too, with his dirty mouth.
If we had,
That's pretty
He
cool.
wasn't
though.
interested in training us. He was just interested.
So at the end of your training, you just said, "Fuck, I'm not doing this."
No, I got a diploma. And he's like, gave me a list of promoters to call. They were all in Japan. He wanted to ship me to Japan immediately. Of course, it sucks when you're starting out. The pay sucked. You got to live in cramped quarters. And I didn't like the way I looked. I want to be a big muscle man. I was just a fat fuck. A fat fucking street.
Yeah, but once you get into
cutter.
that organization, you train with them. They get you the best drugs and everything.
Yeah, I didn't think
Especially
so that,
back
but
then.
It's like I said, you know what? Another regret. You know,
Japan loves the bigger wrestlers too. back
another
then.
regret. I mean, we went to some local events around here when they had the gym at the old World Gym. They had a wrestling ring in there. I don't know if you remember at the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Flex Armstrong was running the school, and he had Sherry Lee come out as a manager. So we went up there. We're sitting in the front row, and all of a sudden, me and Calora and guys in the back are like, "Why are those monsters? What is the reason those monsters aren't in that ring right now? We want to see them now." And we're just sitting back there, like not paying attention. We were waiting for Sherry Lee to come out because she came out. You could hear the heels clicking. We were standing by her car, but none of us had the balls to say or do anything.
oh, another regret.
Have you ever seen Sherry Lee?
No.
She doesn't look that good now.
No, but I'm saying when she competed, she looked like Pamela Anderson, but with a more of a
better.
muscular body.
When did you last see her?
Probably 4 years ago. But her butt, oh my God, she wore the black ties for anybody blonde. She wasn't overly muscular. She was just,
Toned.
oh, what an ass. Gigantic black girl's ass. And I had the guy that
I remember her, yeah.
created her. He was giving her shots of Winstrol on each buttock cheek. And it worked. Her ass, you could put a wine glass.
So that's what you would recommend for women?
Worked for her, young women.
Winnie.
Yeah, not much.
They would say that's a bad drug, though.
Yeah, it can dry you out and cause tears. But it frees up your testosterone level, which is good for it. It makes you harder. Especially as you get older, you lose that. Most of your testosterone is bound, or it converts to DHT, which makes your hair fall out.
Wonderful.
Is your hair falling out?
Going gray and kind of falling out. I've always just worn a hat my whole life. I was
Yeah.
always into baseball and shit.
Yeah, you're not bald at all. You
Well,
mean you have the receding.
Yeah. In about another 10 years, I'll probably
I
be
think that's
more
only the
receding.
second time I've ever seen you with that.
When I was younger, too, I also suffered from migraines. And like bright lights, like the garbage lights they had at the old gym. If I look up too quick, it can flash.
So that actually helps you with your migraines, Mike.
Yeah, keeping the bright light out of my head. But
Instead of wearing sunglasses everywhere like
yeah, like an idiot.
jerk off.
But that was when I was younger.
Another
I don't get
asshole
them too
move.
much anymore.
Sunglasses inside. You fucking morons.
Like if I'm going out to dinner or
You'd be a
something, I don't wear a
moron that
fucking
wears
hat.
sunglasses indoors.
You got a good head of hair, all of you. Lenny, how was your hair if you let it grow out?
Nothing on the top.
Is that mostly from the steroids, you think?
Probably.
Or did your dad ever?
No,
No.
no, he had hair last
About
time
your
I saw
brother?
him at the courthouse.
You should just let it grow as long as it fucking can.
Put it in a ponytail.
Wouldn't look nice. Besides, it's too
Do you
hot.
like the Al Lewis?
What was that?
The Al Lewis ponytail from the Munsters? Remember?
Oh, yeah. The Munsters. Holy shit.
DHT makes your hair fall out, huh?
Yes.
The fat pussy. Mother's favorite cat.
He's wagging his tail. That means he's content. That slow wag. He likes the company. He's usually here by himself. Nobody's home.
Yeah, usually he'll hide. Usually he'll hide. I'm gonna send you a link to vote
To vote.
for my buddy's restaurant.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
All right, Brad.
What, Leonard?
Let's talk serious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What are your goals for 2018?
I don't know yet.
What about you, Mark?
I haven't thought much about it.
I would like to try to get back into some heavier lifting. The last year, the shoulder and stuff, I kind of just didn't push it.
Do you think it might be the atmosphere?
Maybe, but I'm not going to enjoy LA and Delray. I can tell you that.
I don't like it either.
There's just something wrong when I walk in there. I just don't get the urge to lift heavy. I don't know what it is.
Boca's a better setup.
I would like to continue progressing with the Smith, and then once I get to if I'm feeling really good on there, then I'm going to have to find something else.
Andrew, what are your goals for 2018?
World domination.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Jason,
To not get AIDS.
for 2018,
Yeah, that's a goal. That's always a goal.
Bigger than ever.
which means getting bigger than ever.
Bigger than ever.
You want people calling you bloated and you're too big and you need to lose some weight. When you're at that level, that's when you know you're making the right progress.
Yeah,
Dale wants to stay lean on the theory that he has to diet less. Well, it doesn't work that way, Dale. Remember Lee Priest? Go back and read the history books. Just forewarning you right now.
Leonard, you're gonna
When you came down here bloated and big and strong,
fat as you can.
I thought this guy's got
He doesn't
potential.
work out, so.
Now, is Dale doing the Ruby next year? Anyone know? Did he say he was?
We didn't win, so I don't see how we can go higher. You know?
I mean, you had a legitimate reason why you weren't at your best. I mean, to be in a fucking
A
hospital.
couple
and be
reasons,
sick.
and a couple of them are my fault, too.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
But I plan on just getting bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger everywhere.
Bigger, bigger, bigger for me too.
Well, so your
Bigger,
body
bigger,
will
bigger.
catch up with your stomach then, is what you're saying.
That'd be ideal. Bigger, bigger, bigger. And to do that is going to come on the eating and the sleeping part. So being off the trend, I should be looking forward to getting better sleep.
So you got fine sleep on it too.
You didn't really take much, and if you're heavy to begin with,
Yeah.
it makes it worse.
how much do you weigh? How much did you weigh when you were?
You know what, man? That's one thing I didn't
Didn't
do. I
measure
didn't really
weight?
like measure or before after shit. I just did it.
And you look like you kept a lot of your gains.
Yeah, I should.
That's pretty good.
We'll see.
Stay in the right rep range. Don't think about weights. Think about heavy tension.
Yeah. I don't want to get too huge anyway.
Yes, you do. You want to get as big as you
It's
possibly
never
Like
enough.
can.
195, 200.
You want to get as big as you possibly can. It's ideal for a freaking woman.
Oh,
You want to go up to 300.
for what? I don't. I don't want to do all that shit.
Yeah, if you're not competing, there's no reason.
No.
Oh, there's a lot of big gym lifters that never competed that are huge, lurking around in gyms all over the place. Some of the biggest guys. Why? Because they don't diet.
Yeah.
That's my pride. I've never been ripped. I just have no desire to diet.
Me neither.
I get very hard to be around if I
You
do
think
that.
about it, but then when you know what you actually
Yeah.
have to eat, you're like, fuck that.
I
Fuck
can't
that.
do
I
it.
need to eat food with flavor and shit, you know?
All the Italian food, I can't stay away from it.
No, how could you?
Me both.
Where's all the Italian cunt around here?
Oh my
Not
God.
many of
I
them.
don't see them. It's a dying breed.
And you would think there'd be more, being a lot of Northerners.
Where I grew up, there's tons of them all over the place. Nice ones, too.
Go to a Catholic church.
That's where my brother goes, that's for sure. He's where
In a
he's
nicer
at more
part of
priest.
town.
I've seen him. No, he's out in Coral Springs. He had a good church. He has an offer of more money in Tampa, one of the richest areas of Tampa. I don't know if he's going to go. He's making almost $500,000
Holy shit.
because of that teaching.
Good for him. What, was he driving a Mercedes this year?
Yeah,
Ask him to help you out a little bit.
he won't.
He wouldn't help out his brother.
No.
So he picked you up the other day to bring you to your mother's?
That's the only thing he'll do, to take him over for holidays.
That's the only time you see him.
Yeah,
Can you have a normal conversation with him?
not really.
Not really. That's a damn shame.
Yeah, it sucks.
He gets, bonuses at Christmas. Parishioners give him envelopes. I mean, his base salary is $52. Weddings are $600. Funerals are $300, and those happen every week. And then he has 75 students he teaches.
You wanna give out
He
all
uses
this information?
the church's facilities, the organ, the piano, and he charges $60 for a half hour. There's like 75 students he does himself.
He probably doesn't have to
Damn
pay
good,
taxes on it, right? Because it goes through the church.
There's some taxes you pay, but
Start your own church.
and then the priest gives him a couple grand as a bonus,
Start
2 or
a
3
Church of the
thousand.
Misfits.
Why not? Some guy in Silicon Valley just registered a church for AI, for artificial intelligence. Swear to God, just read it.
What is it? And that's
Knucklehead.
Scientology, right?
Well, no, I guess.
Should be taxed like
because
any
they want
other
to
business.
they want to create like a artificial intelligent being, and they're going to worship it. It was in the news.
Just look at what the fucking,
It's insane, man.
It's
Well,
dumb.
there were people that wanted to
Just
start.
look what the Scientologists get away with.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
all the religions get away with it now.
Yeah. But that's yeah.
Tax exempt. It's total bullshit.
Church of Leonard person.
You'd have worshipers there.
Oh, fuck yeah, you would.
Bow to me, bitch.
Create a gym/church. There you go. Misfit
Tax deferment.
Island. No, this isn't a gym. This is our parish. This is what we do. This is how we pray.
The Italian thinking like a Jew. Love it.
This is what we do. This is how we pray to our God.
Perfect, man. Maybe we should apply for that.
I don't know. That would probably be a long process. That's what all the rich people do. They all hide their fucking money offshore anyway, or put it in some bullshit organization. Fucking all the richest people pay the lowest amount of taxes when you're that loaded. Hide it all.
What time is it? Yeah. It's about that time.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, we learned a lot, and
Thanks for having
I
me.
didn't understand
you
the
home, fat
suffering
boy?
and the overcoming of the suffering you had. I applaud
Yeah,
you for
Mark,
that.
That's
thanks
life.
thanks for sharing all that.
No problem.
Yeah,
What the hell?
Come on, man.
Thanks for being here. It was good seeing you, man.
Mark, if we ever go out one night, like to watch fights, would you be down to come out?
Sure. I mean, I'm not much of a fight guy, but yeah, I'll
Okay,
meet you
all right,
somewhere.
we'll let you know.
Hang out, shoot the shit.
Okay.
It was fun. Fun seeing you guys. I
Okay,
miss.
yeah, no, definitely.
Like, even now, I walk in the gym and there's like fucking. I don't see Richard. I don't really see any of the guys. I saw, Bobby, the paramedic.
I see more.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was pretty cool.
I see more of the old guys from the World Gym over at Planet.
Yeah.
He told me a quick story. He was on a call, and it was some psych patient, and he didn't know what he was getting into. This was a few weeks ago. And he got there. The guy literally clawed his eye out, and he bit half of his tongue off.
Jesus
He was a
Christ.
fucking mental patient. Yeah, he said his eye was completely gone. He had literally ripped it out.
Jason, we're
Hey,
wrapping
Jason.
up in 2 minutes, so if you want to wait.
No, my mom's calling me.
Yeah, I remember when this.
Yeah, your mom's calling you. Go ahead. Give mom a
Remember
kiss.
the girl over in Fair Oaks that took a pair of scissors as a patient, gouged both her eyes out with the scissors, and then took that same pair of scissors and cut her lips off.
Jesus.
And they brought her next door to surgical intensive care.
It's called the front door, you dope.
I don't know how you could do that.
Yeah, and drugs
Gouge
are
your
an
eyes out
amazing
with
thing.
scissors and then cut your lips off.
That's fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone could be a paramedic.
I'm sure there's
or
a
something.
lot of stories over there. I went
know,
to EMT school.
you did?
Oh yeah, I didn't even finish the class.
You couldn't take it?
No, fuck no.
Yeah, I couldn't take
You
it
gotta
either.
swim and die. You get sprayed with diarrhea every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
The EMTs.
You gotta worry
Scott
about
did
catching
that shit.
diseases, too.
Yeah, man. I was like, nope.
Then they get
Dealing with a lot of
assaulted.
AIDS patients.
They'll assault you.
Other people's bodily fluids. Nothing.
That's right. You're a non-rimmer.
All right. I mean, I changed my kids' diapers.
But you go down on
So
a
what?
woman from the
But
front, right?
I'm not gonna be fucking
Brad?
dealing with somebody I don't know's blood
You
all
give
over
her
me
one-
and shit.
You give your
Fuck
woman
that.
head, right?
Of course.
Okay, this will be clear on that.
I don't eat ass, Leonard. I don't do that. I never will. You're not gonna talk me into it.
Me either.
Is that a Freudian slip?
I know girls gonna talk me into it.
Is that a Freudian
I
slip?
have no interest in that.
That's a Freudian slip.
From who?
You. So in other words, a girl could talk you into it, or I could talk you into it. That's because that's what you said. That's a Freudian slip.
Whatever you say, asshole.
Mike said, "Well, I'm not going to suck a man's dick because Andrew
We're
talked me into it."
devolving here.
What? He just.
I got a couple Freudian slips here from Brad that you
He's
missed.
just a sick, perverted, fucking deranged
Hardly.
asshole.
Hardly.
Not everybody thinks like you, schmuck.
Yeah, because I'm not a cookie cutter.
Great. You're a fucking alien. All right, it's about time to wrap up.
Wrap up time. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Anytime, Mark. You ever
Just
wanna
fun
come
just
again?
hanging out. Yeah.
Let us know.
Hopefully I didn't bore you all to sleep.
Oh, far from it. Far from it.
Not at all. It was a good conversation. Except for that stupid shirt, but
I'm sorry.
the hat's cool.
Mark, remember whose house you're in. You can wear that shirt anytime
you,
in my
Andrew.
house.
Thank you.
Anytime.
And we're going to get reelected in 2020, all you fucking lefty scumbags.
Yeah, well. You won't have a choice.
Actually, you're more libertarian than you think.
I don't really give a shit
Yeah, I'm
about
saying,
a lot of
when
it.
talking to you on a lot of issues, you're definitely more
Yeah.
libertarian than you are anything. I think. I mean, you're about doing what you want to do and being
Yeah,
left
that's true,
alone.
yeah.
You're pretty libertarian. I mean, other than the union job thing, you're pretty libertarian.
So we're not sure what's going on for next week's podcast yet. It's sort of up in the air right now.
Hey,
What about Andrew Calora?
We can have him call in.
have you heard from Chuck at all? Is he still alive or what?
I saw him the other day.
I texted him a few months ago, and that was about it.
I pulled up next to him. We were both going back. He was going home, and I was going back to the office. I told him he looks fat. He's like, I haven't been in the gym in 6 months.
He's a trip.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
Why, Chuck?
And he's got a tough job, man. He works in that factory type of
Or
deal.
Koth. We got to get the Koth, Andrew.
Yeah. He was out the other night.
Yeah.
We took a picture at this bar or club that we were at, and right behind me was a picture of, they were playing that Fast Times at Ridgemont High movie. Right behind me is Judge Reinhold's face when he was jerking off in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's great. He's looking right down at Brad's head.
That's awesome.
It's great.
It's just like
Perfect
Perfect.
timing.
Yeah, placement.
fucking funny. Shit made me laugh.
What about as a guest getting PJ Braun? Or no? He wouldn't do it probably.
I don't know if he would do that.
Yeah.
He's pretty
I
good.
think-
Or what about
I
Adam
think
Harper or
Jay
something?
went in so hard.
I reached out to Adam. He said yes. I messaged him again, and I didn't hear back.
He's probably got some good stories about working with.
I'll work on that.
He's got 2 little kids, man.
Yeah,
It's
He has a
it's
second
not
kid
as
now.
easy.
yeah, it's not that easy.
I'll text him this week. I'll message him. Andrew Calora too. We can get on as a phone guest.
All right.
Let's see. All right, guys.
So that's it. We're done.
Adios and good night.
Good night,
Good night.
Good night, Christine. I'll be praying for you at midnight, and I'll be going to sleep on a cloud next to my
Christine,
angel.
I hope you have nightmares of me fucking sodomizing.
She's gonna
you.
wake up in a cold sweat.
Come on. Come on, Brad. You know me better than that.
Good night.
All right, later.
Night.
everyone. Peace out.